my
God.
Yeah, rabbit.
Yeah, Shane.
I love those old movies like that.
Oh.
You may go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
How come we can't see the Warner Brothers in it? How come the cartoons are
I think they're on
They're on. You gotta
You
find.
gotta
My
find
son
them. They're not
finds
the main
Cartoon
things.
Network, right?
The young kids don't watch it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to The Animal House. Your mother's an animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
What do you care? You're an animal. You're an animal.
Yeah.
I'm an animal.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
I feel the need for speed.
The opinions expressed by the hosts, callers, and guests are not those of Hamilton Radio, Armed Forces Radio, Raw Talk Online, 102 DLG Radio Orlando, QStarFM.com, or Animal House Radio. Some of the material broadcast on Animal House Radio may not be suitable for listeners under the age of 18. Listener discretion is advised.
Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number. Its number is 666.
I left alone. My mind was blank. I needed time to think, to get the memories from my mind. What did I see? Can I believe that what I saw that night was real and not just fantasy? Just what I saw in my old dreams were the reflections of my Walkman staring back at me. 'Cause in my dreams, it's always there. The evil face that twists my mind and brings me to despair. Night was black, was no use holding back, 'cause I just have to see, was someone watching me? In the mist, dark figures move and twist. Was all this for real, or just some kind of hell? 666, the number of the beast. Hell and fire was born to be released.
Holy shit!
That was a long intro.
Holy shit! Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the Theodore Jenkins Studio in downtown Robbinsville. It is the Animal House Radio Show, and here is your host and ours, who's out of his head, I tell you right now, Carlo Valerio. Yeah, it's real. That's real. Nice, pretty
That was very
holiday
deep.
music, I would say.
Thank you.
Yes,
Backing up.
yes. The number of the beast.
You're a fucking Satanist.
Wow.
Hey, that's Iron Maiden, man, and I know Keller's got my back on that one.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
It's not
Rock
a
and roll,
festive
baby.
song.
That's
For
right.
Thanksgiving.
not a
But it's not
festive
really.
theme song.
Thanksgiving to me is not a
I
holiday.
heard Ozzy Osbourne
not
was
a
even
holiday.
nicer than that. Come
Right.
on.
Yeah, no, actually, I needed a little kickstart, so
You
it was
do?
like,
Oh,
Nice.
Well, we got a long weekend. You should have played Charlotte the Harlot.
yeah, right.
Plenty of the Gata Vita, we could have went home.
We could have played asses up and just kicked your ass.
Did anybody ever find
No.
out what he actually meant by that?
By what?
In the God of Davida, what he was trying
Yeah,
to
Yes, in a Garden of Eden.
And
Yeah.
that's what did he was drunk one night?
He was on like downers and stuff. In a Garden of Eden, baby.
That was it.
That's all it was.
He had such a great voice.
Who are we talking about?
Doug Ingle.
Doug Ingle, yeah.
Great
You
keyboard
lost me
player,
at
organ
hello.
player. But he had a voice. It was like, flowers and peace, I want thee." He had a weird voice. Very, very
You
stilled
never
out.
heard in the God of Davida?
No.
No?
Got it here, baby.
Got it, the Vita?
Oh, you think I love you?
Yeah, it was Stagger for In a Garden of Eden.
It was really one of the beginning bands of psychedelic era.
Yeah.
They're one of the ground frontiers.
Iron
pioneers.
Butterfly.
So I don't know if Keller don't have you back, but Billy does.
Was that the band
my buddy
was
Bill.
that the band Frank Marino said he went to see, but Led Zeppelin was on the bill?
Could be.
And yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
how Led Zeppelin got the name. Iron Butterfly, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
It's the opposite.
yeah.
I remember Frank Marino saying Freddie Mercury was a dick.
Hey, well, happy notes. Frank Marino's touring
I
because
know.
of the success
And
of
you
that.
have-
I know
DVD.
somebody who's opening it for him.
Who?
You have some big news for us.
Well,
right?
yes. Actually, Ripped, my band, is playing with Frank Marino.
Yes.
In Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yes, I'll be there.
April 16th.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday,
I'll
man.
definitely
Long
be there.
weekend.
How
Yeah.
many, how many people does that place hold? I've never-
At least 5 of us.
As long as we can get in there, that's all that counts.
I don't know.
Bigger than a walk-in closet.
Yeah, we played with LA Guns there, and it's a great room. So this,
All right, where is the venue?
it's in Teaneck, New Jersey. It's
I don't think I've
place
ever
again?
been there.
What's the place called again?
I've been to Mexicali.
it used to be Mexicali
Great
Blues.
Oh, so that's the same place?
It's the same place.
Oh,
it's the
then I
same
have been
building.
there. Yeah.
You went there when it was a rose, but now it's blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, it's very cool
Now it's a
because
weed.
I've been working on getting this gig, and it's come through.
Good.
Well, it just goes to show you that
fun.
stalking helps.
Stalking helps,
It
yes.
works.
No, he likes us. I mean, he likes you a lot. So
no,
it's great.
we're going to have a good time. We'll
Yeah.
hang with them. And,
Yeah. Get them- it'd be nice to meet him.
Stalk me long enough. I let them in my door.
Yeah, but you should see them coming.
He's a peeping Tom.
No,
You're
it-
psychic. You should know they're coming.
Steve did it the smart way. He didn't annoy Frank, but he kept on his radar.
Hey, that's it.
You stayed friends with him. You stayed friends with him.
It's called being pleasantly persistent.
Well,
Yes.
well, you know what it is? I knew he was going to tour if his DVD was successful, and it has been very successful. I've been watching those numbers climb.
Except when it got delivered to your house.
All right, really quick before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Al Brown
Hi, Al.
and also Billy Milko.
Hey, Billy.
All right?
Hi, Billy.
So-
Hey,
We
Al.
know where he
Happy
lives.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah, we
guys.
passed your house on the way here.
Every
Yes,
time,
Al.
twice.
Al.
And we saw your video, and
Yes, I love it.
kudos to you. And way to represent. Newark is in the house.
And Bill Milko, I got news for you. I'm not lying. Every time Steve and I pass your house, we go, "There's where Bill lives." That's Bill's house.
Wait. What's the video? You say we've seen this video. What's the video?
You got to check out my friend Al Brown, and you
Yes.
go on his wall, and you'll see his video. It's really,
I remember when he was.
Video of
really. You got to see it for yourself.
I remember when he was beige.
Al, what part of Newark are you from? Because I'm from North 12th Street, and I used to work at the Finish Line
The finish line. Is not
for
there.
P.D. Marola.
What kind of place was that?
It was a
Pizza place?
It was a dead end place.
It was a pizzeria, and there was the guy that owned it was huge
And big in weight
Was
or
he eating
big,
prostitutes or
big
what?
because
in the neighborhood.
Oh, big in the neighborhood. Okay. You mean like a mob guy?
Oh, he's a yes, well, big.
Oh,
mob
okay.
guy.
So it was a lot of flour going out the door.
Yes, all the numbers in Newark went through Pete at the Finish
Oh, there you
Line.
go.
Oh, you serious?
Oh, Al was from Vailsburg. There's some tough guys. The Galicios were from Vailsburg.
Galicios.
Golitz.
On NBC, the Galicios.
The Hoffmans were from Newark also. We had a 5 and dime store.
They were from the bakery,
Hoffman.
from the bakery district.
The garment district.
That's
People were afraid to get tough with them.
my ex.
They had all the dough.
I'm
fact,
from the
Artie-
North Newark Hoffmans.
In fact, Artie once got a yeast infection.
Petey White, Petey Black.
Camp Easy.
Petey Pink.
Well, Petey White and Petey
Petey
Black. That's
Gray.
who they were. Yeah. I used to go to their joint on South Orange Avenue. He had the
I used to smoke a joint on Sunday.
That's what I was thinking.
But in a nutshell, if you guys watch the video on Al Brown's wall, he
Right.
basically, how people, say things and want to be confronted, and then they say to my face.
Oh, like the people that tried to instigate
You know
something.
what I'm saying? So,
Al-
so
Al-
they actually went to say it in front of somebody's face that, so this person.
Yeah, don't name names.
I'm not going to name names, but this person didn't have the decency to show up.
Next time, Al, pick me up. I've
I've lost track of the whole fucking
In a
story.
nutshell. in a nutshell, basically.
Al is how involved with this? Say it again.
So, no, Al is just.
Somebody talked
yeah.
shit, and he called him
Right.
out on it, and the guy
Right.
ran with his tail between his
So
legs.
Al's the good guy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm confused who's who.
Al's
here.
a
Okay.
good guy.
Al, pick me up next time. I want
I
to come
still
with
don't know
you.
what the hell we're talking
No,
about.
I don't either. I'm complete. Some
I'm
guy.
a part of the show. And
I
I still
know.
don't know what's going on.
I feel like I'm out of the loop.
Loopy loop.
What are you, a hula hoop?
1955. It's all big circle, man. It's all big circle, Artie.
I love
What
it.
goes around comes around.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, Steve, are you
No,
nervous?
that's a boomerang.
Steve, are you nervous about this gig or?
I'm nervous about
No,
it.
it's gonna be fun.
Here's the thing with this gig that's kind
For
of
the
cool.
first note, then you're going to be fine.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, the room is going to be full of the best guitar players in the area because that's who Frank will attract.
Right.
It's going to be a bunch of guys jumping up and down and a bunch of
Franksters.
women going like this.
The Franksters.
Yeah, the Franksters.
But the best thing is you play original music.
Yeah, well, that's
You're
why.
not doing cover stuff. You're not going to be judged by another band.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to confuse people because I'll probably play my SG that night, and that's Frank's standard, you know.
No.
So I'll go out there, people will be like, "Is that him?" No.
Don't do that. I like the guitar you used last time I saw you.
Oh, the Reverend? Yeah, I love my Reverends.
That's a nice
No.
Has a nice
Play
tone.
Sweet Child of Mine.
That's pedophile
I'm-
stuff. We don't do pedophiles.
Yeah, but none of that shit.
Billy, if I know you have snacks, we'll stop. But if you don't have snacks, we ain't stopping.
But let's promote just a hair more about that gig
Go
in
ahead.
Teaneck.
Go ahead. It's
Name the place.
April-
Everybody, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut. That's going to be April 16th.
Right, Thursday
Frank
night.
Marino and Rip, the only two bands of the night. And you can contact me directly, Stephen Keller, Killer Keller, the Animal House Radio Show for tickets.
Cool.
Because we're going to do this big.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun night all the way around.
It'll
From
be
the
great.
beginning all the way to the very end and the party afterwards.
Can I put together an intro for you like I did with the thing?
Well, what kind of intro would you like?
I'm going to see if I can get Tommy Chong to do it.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Something like I was doing the last
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
faster than a speeding bullet. But
Yeah.
maybe I'll do it with that voice,
Yeah.
with the original recording.
Well,
and
suppose
then-
my buddy's friend wants to introduce us.
He has
Oh, yeah,
priority.
Franco. He's
I know the guy.
Absolutely not.
I scolded him before
That's
the
my
show.
gig. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was annoying though.
She was
Not to
bad.
name names, but
No.
just the promoter from the last gig.
But
We
she
haven't
You're pretty much,
been-
you're pretty much
we
naming
haven't-
names.
We haven't named
We
any
haven't been.
names.
This is a no-name type of night.
Yeah, really.
The funny thing is, it's supposed to be professional and stuff, and she's basically topless. I'm gonna introduce you.
Oh, okay.
And she has
That's
the same
horrible.
cosmetic
What's her name?
surgeon as Michael Jackson.
No names.
How many times?
Right?
No name, no top.
How many times did she want to
I
hug?
can live
What's
with
his
that.
name?
What's that?
How many times did she want to hug Ray or whatever?
Well-
what's his name from Weapons of a New Ray?
Oh, yeah.
She hugged him like that. You know.
I think he's
love
still
you.
stuck in her boobs, actually.
Is she worth looking at least?
No.
She had the eyes.
Let me
like
cross that
that.
name off. Hold on.
Cottage cheese legs and a face of Michael Jackson.
Oh,
boy.
well, that's why I don't eat dairy.
Exactly.
You know what you do in your gig with the Budweiser frog? She had them googly eyes. Too.
Oh,
Like, one eye was like,
That's
you know,
right.
Yeah.
And that was just her breasts.
like Marty Feldman.
But we're not mentioning any names.
No. We never want to mention names, even though everybody knows who the fuck we're talking about.
We were calling her Four Eyes, and she wasn't wearing glasses.
Happy
But apparently
Thanksgiving.
she liked herself. That's all that matters.
Okay, now moving on.
So, I'm naming the place that's at, though. I forget the name of the place.
That is
Debonair.
the
Debonair.
Debonair Music Hall.
Okay.
The place in Teaneck.
Yeah,
Teaneck.
Debonair Music Hall.
Debonair Music Hall. I
We're
have
not
heard about
mentioning
that
any
place.
names. It's the place in Teaneck.
I have heard about that place.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've
it's
heard
Well,
you
no,
know
they get top names in there. LA Guns. And,
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, Tiffany and Frank Marino.
You know, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter where it is. It's going to be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be
gonna be
great.
a
Well,
lot.
Frank hasn't toured in 15 more years.
People are going to be shocked when they see him play.
Teaneck, the
Did you see
Debonair,
those trailers, man?
Yeah.
Debonair Music Hall is the only place in Teaneck that doesn't have Asians.
Frank Marino should be so much bigger than he is.
Agents or Asians?
Asians.
Marino should be so much bigger than he
Oh,
is.
Frank. Yeah, well, you know, he was bigger than he is.
I know, but he's much bigger in the business than he is outside the business.
Well, you know what it is? His view.
He's got like a weird following. He's like a
Spit it out.
cult following because so many huge people cite him as an influence.
Like, definitely, yeah.
Well, everyone from Zach Wilde to Paul Gilbert to you know Doc and George Lynch and yeah. I mean, he's influenced every one of those fellows. That's a weird following. You're going to call Zach Wilde a weird following?
A weirdo.
No, I'm saying not weird, but
Hearing that
like
from a guy from,
Hey,
from
a following is a following.
I didn't say weird. I said a cult.
Oh,
Cult.
okay.
Oh,
A
that's
cult.
much better.
I'll be right
It
back.
does not constitute as weird.
You know, like Rocky Horror is like a cult classic.
You're
It's
going to
a-
throw your underpants at him?
Yeah. Did you happen to see the video that Don Jameson posted
No.
when he had Mick Mars on?
No. It's,
Oh, yes, I did, yeah.
The whole thing is, and I don't know. I'd like to get into this a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
What is your opinion on Motley?
I think
Crue?
it's bullshit. I think they promised they're not coming back. I think they made a bigger deal than any Ozzy or Kiss ever made of it, and they made a big production out of it, and just 4 years later, they're backing.
So basically, they have your full support.
But I don't understand why they do. Is it like a publicity stunt?
People
I
throw money
think
at
they made a lot of money
People
on
throw
that
money
last
at
tour.
People throw money at you. You're going to do it again. That's what happens.
But it was in their contract. Unless they all decide they can override
Yeah, but
their
that
contract.
means that they're trying to fib right from the get go.
Yeah. So anyway,
Cher
Jameson-
retired 15 times already.
Yeah.
Well, she learned from Gene Simmons.
Jameson posted a video when he had Mick Mars on his show saying that Motley Crue is done touring. If we ever tour again, I will give the world free tickets.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's in for free.
So now he's like, he goes, at the time I was obviously just kidding,
Yes,
but I had no idea that this would ever come to fruition again.
Well, they're saying
Nice
fruition.
start.
Yeah,
Good
FRU.
start. I know.
I know.
I've used that word many times myself.
Well,
I can't believe
we want to open up the phone line
But
today with the inquiry.
anyway, dude, are you going to see Motley Crue for $6,000?
Right.
Not 6,000. I'll get in for nothing, but I'll go.
Why, Mick Mars got your address?
No, I used the power of the show to get in.
The power of the show.
The power of
the show.
love.
The power of Christ compels
Write that
you.
down. Power of the show.
Of the show.
All right, Gisela, I'm going to throw it over to you.
I got to say one thing first
So,
before we do
yeah,
that.
go ahead.
We were talking about, before we went on the air, we were talking about Edward G. Robinson and the gangsters, how they talk back then. My favorite Edward G. Robinson movie is not even, he plays a gangster, but it's a comedy. Larceny Incorporated. You remember that one?
No.
They buy a luggage store because it's next to the bank that they're going to dig in the ground and go into the safe and get the money out of the bank. And the luggage store takes off and becomes successful and they can't get rid of people.
I remember that.
And they're digging underground and it's a funny.
Wait,
and all the
that's
people in
with
the
Woody
cast.
Allen. Is that with Woody Allen?
No, this is early.
It's a black and white film.
This is a black and white 40s movie.
No, there was another film exactly like
And that's
that.
from
with
that.
Woody
Is it a
Allen.
remake?
It's a remake
No,
then because Larceny Incorporated is an Edward G.
Because he
Robinson
was
movie.
getting upset with his girlfriend. He wanted an undercover, so she says, "All right, we'll have a little cookie shop and stuff." And it ended up being like on TV and like the best cookies. And he goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's based on this movie then, because
Oh,
it's
wow.
great. But it's got all the cast members that you'd remember. Broderick Crawford is one of his from Hitmen, like that.
That is way
it has
too
all the cast of
funny.
people that are and what do you call it's in it? The guy used to wear
Yeah, Woody
spats all
Allen
the time.
has the same exact movie.
The real gangster guy who became an actor. George Raft, he's in it. I mean, a lot of people are in the movie. It's a funny movie. So I'm sorry. Now go ahead.
No, that was
No,
sorry. Go ahead.
no. I just wanted to tonight. Inquiring Mind questions. I put it out there earlier this afternoon. So if you follow us on Facebook, that you guys have the option and opportunity to call in. So the call-in number should be on. It's 718-701-8249, and ask the Animal House crew any question you like within reason. So don't go crazy with the questions.
No
But-
political shit.
Yeah, no political, no religion. Just keep it lighthearted.
I ain't answering.
But, call the number, ask whatever you like, and also you can answer if you like one of my inquiring mind questions. So today we're going to run down the list. Is what's your favorite way to give back and help others? 2, what's your favorite band in high school? 3, if you could thank one person, living or dead, for his or her influence on your life, who would you thank? And 4, what is your favorite part of Thanksgiving? So that's that. So please,
Good questions.
again,
Good questions.
718-701-8249. Call in.
Salty Dog, Artie Hoffman, Stopping.
And if you want to
appreciate
join
it.
in on the trivia
Well,
fun,
thank you very
you
much.
can join in on the trivia fun too.
Speaking
Cool.
of bank job,
Make sure that
movies,
number's on the screen there, Gino.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what?
up.
You know what I was watching the other day? Speaking of bank job movies, remember the movie with Bill Murray?
Oh, I love Quick Change.
Oh,
what
that
a
was
great
very
movie.
good.
Isn't that frustrating? Like, come on, get there already. Get
Oh,
there
my
already.
God.
And the ending is classic. On the plane. Chip. Chapolsky, you didn't put it
The
together.
whiny
Jason
guy.
Robards. Jason
He traced
Robards,
the-
the cop, chasing him.
Oh my God, that's so
That is
funny.
great. It's
That
great
was
in
a
that movie.
brilliant move, though.
Brilliant movie.
Then he quick changed into a
Oh,
regular
yeah.
guy.
Act like he was one of the people being taken. One of the
No, the
hostages.
funniest guy in that
Wow.
movie was Monk. He
Monk,
couldn't
that was
I
a
speak
great
didn't know
show.
Monk
English. He's
was in
going,
the movie. No.
he's trying to tell him that it's the bus driver, and he couldn't speak
Right.
English.
It's a great movie. That's a great movie too. Yeah, quick change.
That's one of those
Check
closet
that-
movies.
Check
yeah.
out when you look at good movies when you're on the holidays, you want to watch a movie. Larceny Incorporated, Quick Change, great movies.
Anything
that
else?
people don't. A lot of movies that people
The
just forget
30th
about.
Caddyshack.
Yeah,
That's a
the
classic.
30th
Well, that's-
anniversary was what?
Which one?
What?
Used Cars that you named. That's another one.
Yes, that's
a great classic that a lot of people don't watch. and never
Christmas
see.
Vacation, right?
Yeah,
Christmas
that's,
Vacation.
on all
That's
the
a classic.
time,
though.
though.
You can see
That's
those
on
easy.
all the time.
What's some
yeah.
movies that how hard to find?
Yeah.
That've been around.
Hard to find movies.
So
History of the world.
Oh, I love that movie,
Right?
History of the World. Oh, with
Yeah, part one.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Mel Brooks.
and, Mel
Waits
Brooks.
for the shake.
No, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So,
Richard
for the
Dreyfuss?
holiday-
Wasn't on there.
Wasn't
for the
he?
holiday, we have. What do you? She's actually mouthing something on radio.
I don't remember.
Only
Curse
Paul,
I don't remember.
because we can't say any names.
No names. A lot of no names.
I was gonna say, to change the subject. We're on Thanksgiving this week,
Yes, we
and our local news, it may be worldwide news,
Local?
was a fight at a ShopRite
Right.
in New
Over
Jersey
turkey?
How long?
over an express lane. Somebody
Nice.
didn't like that. Somebody had
13 items instead of 12?
yeah. I mean, can't we count the sauce and the pasta as one?
No. But if you buy more of one item of the same item, there should be one.
Well, so a can of peas, you have to go to the back.
But if you come with 5 cans of peas, it's still one item. Right? Because it's the same product.
Yeah.
They just have
People
bring
who
it
like
once
to
and do
argue
5.
about crap like that has too much time on their hands.
There was
Exactly.
more than an argument. The
Exactly.
police were
Seriously,
involved.
They don't
There
have
was-
enough of a
It
life.
was a melee.
It was
It was a melee.
Ooh,
brutal,
M-E.
a brutal
Malay.
fight.
What I hate is when I always seem to have the knack to get behind the lady that's got 42 pairs.
And nothing has prices on it.
42
Price
shirts, and the girl's got to take them off the hanger.
Wait. Do you have the balls to say to somebody, and I'm asking
he
you
does.
sincerely.
Oh.
Would you? No, wait. Would you mind if I got ahead of you?
If I only have one item?
If you only have one or
Oh,
two
I do
items.
all the
Do you mind
time.
if I? Do you?
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
that. But
You don't
people-
like that?
I would let it-
but
I got news for you.
offered
My
people to go in
attitude-
front of me.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. If I see someone behind me has a, and I have a lot, go ahead.
Yeah.
I do that.
Most of the time they do, but this one lady had like 42 shirts, and the girl's got to take them off the hanger and fold them.
The only play time I won't let somebody ahead of me if it's because I have easy pass lane. I won't let them ahead of me. I won't let it.
Paul has
I have
got
to line-
the best
draw the line.
disposition and anybody
Sorry,
I
officer,
ever
you're gonna have
met.
to go behind me.
Let me tell you something about Paul. He's got the best disposition. He's positive, so positive that it reflects on him. Get him behind the wheel,
I'm going
and
to kill everybody.
He wants
Everybody's the enemy. Get off the road!
Come
on, yeah,
But am I not a magnet for idiot drivers or
Oh
not?
my, you're a
I really am a
vortex of
magnet.
insanity.
Really?
It's like they're walking. Okay, wait, I'm leaving now, but you take over, and somebody pulls in front of me. You know? It's like set up.
The comedy tornado's coming.
Yeah.
The
What's
funniest thing
Get to the left lane right now and drive 5 miles.
I don't let anyone bother me when I'm driving. Seriously, while I'm driving, I just go around people. I just put on the radio. I do whatever I can. I
And
don't-
Paul is angry at you. I'll tell you.
No,
I don't mind. If you're in the right hand lane or in the middle, I'm fine with you. Just don't be in the left hand lane doing it.
No, even if they're I'll just go around them. Or if they're on the right hand lane, I'll go on the shoulder. I pass people on the shoulder. You know what? I swear
That's
to
not
God.
good. That's not good.
I have.
I have a very short.
I am Artie Hoffman. I own a Manchester.
I have crossed over medians just because I do not want to stay.
I
in that-
have the shortest
serious.
patience when it comes to that, but for when it comes to driving, I just don't care. This one, if they cut her off, she's behind them, high beaming it, beeping
No,
the
I don't
horn.
do- I don't do revenge shit
She's
like
gonna.
that, no.
I told her, I said,
You
I'm
get in
not gonna
trouble
be
for that.
around one day.
You
and
can get
God
shot
forbid.
doing
Not
that.
bad. He's making me sound bad. You
Yeah,
drove
you-
with me.
she's
On
bad.
the
He
way
makes me
over
sound
here,
bad.
on the
I'm
way
not.
over here, I'm doing a reading for somebody, and seriously, and so anyway, and I forgot the fact that we had an appointment. So I'm driving.
You're a hell of a psychic, man.
Hey, you should have called
I'm
your
driving,
psychic.
and she says, "Are you driving?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "You're kidding me, right?" I said, "No, I'm driving." I said, "I do a lot of readings while I'm driving." She goes, I said, "I don't get in accidents. Don't worry." So all of a sudden she hears me. She goes, "Are you shuffling cars while you're driving?" I said, "Yeah."
Oh my God.
And she goes, "Oh my God." I said, "Don't worry about it." And then I started just, ripping into her life. And
Say, I'm using my third leg. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
that's right.
I don't mind.
I got my third eye.
That's not a deck, that's
I
a
got my
dick.
third eye doing all this.
That's a full dick, not a full deck.
But don't let her fool you. She'll ride next to the
Number
person
one,
and
he
want to
always
give him
makes
the
me-
finger. You are brutal.
I am the best driver. I would rather be driving versus you.
Listen.
Sorry.
He
You're
falls
not
asleep at
the
the wheel.
best-
That's not good.
Okay,
No,
and he
that was
and he
5,
drives on the
10
wrong
years.
side of the street.
It's always
He
that
makes
was
fun
one
of me.
time that I
one
couldn't
time
see
too
the-
many.
It's
One
one
time
time.
too many.
At least every week I don't think I'm going to
Wait,
turn
consciously you meant to do that, or you didn't realize?
No, it was an act. I couldn't see where the line
He was
so-
comfortable.
He was doing a reading.
He was comfortable.
One time.
Wait, let me ask you gentlemen this one question.
It's a pleasure trip.
If I'm such a horrible driver, why does he let me drive everywhere?
I didn't say you're
Because
a
I had a
horrible
smoothie
driver.
to get to.
He didn't say horrible.
Yes,
Well, I'm saying he's
she has a
making fun
bad
of me.
temperament when
We all
somebody
make fun of
cuts
you.
her
You
off.
just don't
Make fun
listen.
Yes. Thank you, Artie.
We all make
About
fun of you,
time
just-
somebody put her in. She's
She's
a
About
great.
time
my
somebody put it.
place.
She's a
Oh,
great.
you're gonna hear it on the way home.
Okay,
Do you have
peeping
Uber?
Tom.
No, wait. Listen, she's a good driver, but she takes to she'll be in the left lane during a rainstorm doing 95. Like she doesn't like.
Well, if you're gonna go, you want to go fast.
Listen, if you're doing 50 on the highway, you better
wanna be
get
a
the fuck
vegetable.
out of my way.
Yeah. Let me
then,
tell you something. People, my attitude is if you're going to do the speed limit, get on the shoulder. Because you don't belong on the street.
You gotta. She doesn't realize that in New Jersey, if you can't stay in the left lane, you got to keep right unless you're passing. That's a law. The state troopers don't really enforce it, but that is
No, not at all.
But she'll stay in the left lane doing 60 and have a car behind her high beaming her, and she won't move out of the way.
Excuse me, Paul. Do I ever do 60 on a left lane? Seriously.
You're not going fast
You drive
enough.
In the
fast.
school zone, yeah.
Thank you.
You drive
I don't
fine
do
zone.
60
But
on
one thing I won't
I don't
do though,
even do
I won't
60 on a
But I
freaking
won't do.
middle lane.
One thing I won't do. I'll get pissed off and I'll yell and I'll scream, make all kinds of sound. But I won't like play a game with them. I'm like, I just
I
want to
don't
get past
play
them. I want to
games,
get past
but
them
you
in
know
front of
what?
them or back them way
If
far away.
somebody is a fucking asshole with me, all right,
But
seriously.
you gotta be careful. There's people out there with guns and shit. You got a lot of
What are you
wackos
gonna
out
do?
there.
Not for,
that's
I'm
what I-
only
Yeah,
telling
wackos,
you
I
for
won't
your
do it.
safety.
So let me tell you
okay.
something.
What is
Something
this?
happened
Joe?
to me. Something
Didn't
happened
you-
to me on the way here.
Didn't
So
wait, hold on, already. Didn't something happen to you where the guy banged on your hood and said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
No, I got
Welcome
out
to
of
the family
car.
hour, folks.
No, I was in Staten Island
Happy Thanksgiving.
on the Veterans Parkway.
And that's the worst thing to
No.
do is get out of your car.
Now,
We're
first
thankful.
of all, this mother effer cuts me off. My sister's in the car with me. I had my baby in the back seat, and I was younger and more, hyper.
Volatile.
Full of P&B.
So this guy in a big pickup truck, he cuts me off, but I'm beeping him. He should have never cut me off because he should have been going straight. You don't
Right.
cut me off. So I got really pissed. So I sped ahead of him. I
Cut him
blocked
off.
him. I not only did I cut him off, I blocked. Nobody could pass now. I put the car in park. I get out of the car.
And it was Jason.
And I knocked on his window and I said, "What the fuck did you just do?
Can I-
You
can I
almost
s-
killed me and my family." So
Okay.
the guy was scared now because he said this freaking little short Italian lady is
Right.
yelling at me.
She got balls
And
to come over
and
to
I
me and-
did. So he was more scared of me than I
Right.
was of him.
I'm not talking about
And my
that.
adrenaline was like.
Can I tell you the
talking-
one mistake you made though? The one mistake you made.
Get out of the car.
The baby's now in the back seat, and you cut him off. He could have hit that car, and your
Well,
baby
that's
could
what
be dead.
pissed me off.
But that's why you should
Well,
have
that's
stopped.
what pissed me off. That's why I
Now,
stopped.
you said the guy was scared.
Should've done it.
Let's play devil's advocate here.
Just
What
be
if the
pissed off
guy
and
got
move on.
out
So
when
she
he
got
had
out of the car and she looked at the guy and he said, "Officer, listen to me."
I would have.
Let me ask you a question.
Still.
If you're at a light and
Yeah.
somebody like rear ends you, would you get out of the car?
If somebody rear-ended me,
Yeah, like lightly.
like actually hit me,
Not hard, but enough for you to be concerned. Would you get out of the car?
of course.
That's the word. That's what how they.
course
That's
I
how
would
they
get the fuck out
carjack
of
you.
the
That's,
car.
how,
I
that's
don't
exactly
give
how
a
they
shit.
carjack you or kidnap you. That's how they do it.
What happens if the guy
best
would've
thing to do is just
pulled
get
out
the
a
hell out of
shotgun and you
there.
got your baby
All
in the
right,
back seat?
And if someone follows you, drive to a
Listen,
police
I'm
station.
only telling you from a safety standpoint.
Let me just tell you the bad part of me, my whole life, how I've been since I was born till now. I believe in destiny. If God wants me, He's going to take me.
Well, you don't
whether
wanna
it's
help
in the
it along.
car,
Yeah, you don't
whether
wanna-
It's crossing the street, whether it's in my sleep. And
That philosophy
that's
doesn't
why
work.
I have no fear. If
Yeah,
God
but you
wants
don't
me,
wanna speed
He's
the
gonna take me.
process
And
up.
if I'm meant to be dead on a fucking highway, cursing somebody out.
Well, listen.
Gisela,
She went happy.
Gisela,
She went happy.
Gisela,
She
I'll
went
give
the
you.
way she wanted to go.
I'll give you a perfect
But I
example.
haven't done it
I have to give you,
since
but I have to give you a
then,
perfect
okay?
example. Why that theory doesn't work. If God wants me, I'll take me. That's like I'm on a plane and they say, well, if your number's up, your number's up. Well, suppose the pilot's number's up, and I'm on the fucking plane. So it doesn't work that way. And
I believe in destiny.
the best thing you do,
Everybody has the same number at that
best thing to
point.
do is get out of that situation and forget. Just
Well, I
keep
know.
close
But
to
you
something
know
moving.
how long ago that was?
I know, but at least
I
you
didn't
don't do
even
that
know
anymore, do you?
No.
How long ago was
That's
that?
all
2
counts.
weeks?
No,
A week?
no.
she said
this
the baby
was like
did. I
know, I'm joking.
1999.
Yeah, we do stupid things when we're
I
young.
was
Nine,
22 years old.
Yeah, but when you're young, we do stupid
Last
things like
year.
that.
22?
Last year.
I'm 42. So it's a
Carlo
good-
got in a major car accident.
We have
with
old
this
people
fella-
on this show.
with this fella by the name of Happy, right?
Oh yeah,
my
I am- he was a
I am
midget.
not happy. Which one are you? No, seriously.
With a
I
midget.
wouldn't do that.
The thing
remember,
about
like,
the
it
thing
happened
about
yesterday.
destiny is, it's destined to get us.
But let me just tell you.
You know, that's all.
We're
How
talking about,
about
a news story.
we're destined to hit
Wait,
2 deers in
no,
the same
hold
night?
on. How about
Well, you know, go on.
And it was the same deer. Or
You have to believe in destiny. Think about a lot of people are upset about this kidney situation in New Jersey that the doctor made mistakes, but I think it's divine intervention because 2 people got a kidney. Okay, so people might be mad at the hospital they made a mistake, but they made a mistake that saved somebody's life.
How did we go from carjacking
I'm
to
just saying.
kidneys?
This is a very cheerful show tonight. I gotta
We're
tell
talking
you.
about
I'm not talking.
destiny.
You're starting
Satanist
with this
music at the
thing.
So we're
beginning.
still on the conversation
Listen,
of
all I said was I
All
didn't
negative shit
criticize your
coming out
driving.
here.
I says, but when people cut you off, even though they're 100% wrong, I think you put yourself at risk.
She doesn't do that anymore, though. She doesn't do that
Oh,
anymore.
she's done it recently.
Doesn't do it any less.
She'll get
but-
right behind them, like 2 inches away from their bumper and high beam maximum and motherfucker.
All I can say is I'm very glad I drove by myself tonight. That's all I can say.
That's all I'm trying to say.
You know, I once
I'm
dated
safe.
a girl. I dated a girl who was a consistent liar.
A what? Did you say that's a horrible
Wait a
thing to say.
second.
Wait. And
Back up.
She was a consistent liar, and her name was Destiny. And she goes, "What? You don't believe in destiny?"
Most people that know Destiny are dancers.
Oh my god.
That's what Billy
I don't
Milko
believe in
said.
destiny. Anybody who lies.
Billy Milko just said that Destiny was my favorite dancer at the Go-Go Board.
Exactly.
But you know, Carlo, you were talking about hitting 2 deer in a night.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought he said 2 deer in the nuts.
No.
That's
You hit 2 deer in the nuts.
I was
deer nuts under a
coming
butt.
home. We were in Albany. We were coming home from a fundraiser. She was driving first because I was a little tired. So the one girl that was in the car with us, another comedian, says, "Oh, why don't you take the throughway? It's less traffic."
Nothing
But
funny about that.
The New York throughway is 2 lanes and there's very little light. So a deer comes out and Gisela sideswipes the deer. That was the first time. Then she's a little shaken up. I said, "Let
Then
me
we had
drive."
Thanksgiving dinner the next day.
We get to the
Venison.
We get to the top of the New Jersey Park, Garden State Parkway, and this motherfucking deer comes out and hits me on the right
This show
side.
had taken an ugly turn.
Did you get out of the car and reprimand him?
It's so funny. The first deer that I hit, my ex-husband taught me that if a deer comes by you,
Listen
you
to her
know-
philosophy.
It's not my philosophy. It's my ex-husband. He said if a deer comes by you on a highway and you hit the deer, the worst thing you could do is slow down, because if you slow down, you're going to do a lot of damage to the car. It's better to hit them full speed ahead, that they'll bounce right off the car. So the first deer that I hit, the deer actually did bounce right off the car. There was like minimal damage to the front bumper. The second deer that he hit, he
dragged for
slows
a mile.
down. The fucking
No, the
the
deer hit.
boom, and then it hit my.
No. What are you laughing at?
I have no idea what you said.
The
I
deer
know.
hit me on the side, and then he like
It hit my
he came to
window.
the side and hit us.
We
got
got to do the show in Braille.
Like he actually did a 90-degree turn from when I hit him.
He hit,
Really?
He hit
Yeah.
the deer,
We should have
so it
subtitles.
hit the front bumper.
For me.
And it bounced off the front. It hit my
What was this,
passenger
pinball?
side.
Yeah.
It felt
Gino,
like
can you
it.
put subtitles so we know what everybody's talking
Well,
about?
let me just tell you something.
Okay.
Randy Lupo was in the car with us. She almost had a conniption.
Sure, she's not driving. She's not in control.
She
That's horrible.
was
Scary
laughing.
feeling.
No, she was laughing. It was funny.
Oh, okay.
Because
Sounds funny.
I said don't slow down because you're gonna do
Yeah.
damage. He did a lot of damage to the car.
$8,000, yeah.
Well, now listen.
That's a lot.
I have a story though. We just
Go
went
ahead.
off with the 2 deer in one night. A woman I went to school with.
I had 2 deer not one night up in
I did,
Toronto.
yeah, right. But this is a family show.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
But actually, a woman I went to school with.
One of them named Destiny.
So what?
Artie,
Two
Artie,
deer-
you tell my story. Her dad was in an accident with a deer. And totally on his way to work, he worked nights. He came home. The car was like totaled. He came home shaken up, took another car, went to work. Later in the evening, the police showed up at the house and told them that he hit a deer and he was dead, and everyone was confused because it's like, no, he's fine, and there was a major confusion about the whole thing because they thought the police didn't know what they were talking about. He hit a second deer and died in that accident. Yeah, so that's just bizarre. You were saying who could hit 2 deer in one
Oh,
night?
you could freaking hit two.
Yeah,
So you're a statistic.
yeah.
You want to laugh? Here's the story.
You want to laugh?
I was working with Vic DiBittetta. We were doing this gig in like rural Pennsylvania, like farmland. So out of nowhere, this pig comes out of nowhere.
Pig.
Rosie O'Donnell?
A flying pig?
I don't know if he was flying. He
It
came
was
out,
flying after you hit him.
and I was driving. I hit the pig. I don't know what happened. We didn't stop to find
Two
out.
pigs?
So now we get about 3 miles down the road. A state trooper pulls me over.
Yeah, it's a big.
He goes, "Listen."
Was that a
He
protected
goes, "We
pig?
got to report that a car matching your description hit a pig." The farmer called in, and I go, "How the hell did you know?" That was like 10 minutes. He goes, "The pig squealed."
Set you right up. You walked right into it,
Oh
Artie.
my God! Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh God, Keller. Billy said, "Thanks for bringing us down."
Yeah, really. It's supposed to be a happy, festive show. It's been a disaster right from the start.
You're welcome, Bill.
Iron Maiden and Death.
Is this the
and-
Animal House or the Animal Killer House?
This is the
my
killer
God.
killers.
This is the Animal House funeral parlor.
Well, we're definitely talking about a lot of animals.
All right, so
today.
what is your question
So,
today?
all right. So, you want to do trivia or inquiring minds?
Inquiring minds.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite way to give back and help others? Steve Keller, you first.
He never gave. That's a problem.
Gave it the office.
And anybody want to answer the question?
Yeah.
Call in 718-701.
Popcorn Park
8249.
Zoo.
Yeah. Oh, the question is directed to me?
Yes.
Yeah. We do a lot of fundraisers for everything from
Worthwhile
children.
charity, right?
Yeah, for children with leukemia and Popcorn Park Zoo, which ripped, not alone, but with other bands. We've raised over $80,000, helped raise $80,000 for the Popcorn Park Zoo.
Yeah, you do a
We're
great
a
job.
small piece of that, though.
But you do a great job. They do every year.
Yeah.
You
I
were
missed
too.
this year too.
Yeah, this year was the
It
first
didn't
year I
rain.
missed, too.
I know. That's why I wasn't there. I only come when it rains.
Yeah.
That sounds like a movie, a porno movie.
Only come when it rains.
When it rains, it pours.
I can't believe it.
What about Mr. Vania? I know you do a lot of charity, too.
Well, I do some charities. I do mostly fundraisers, so I'm getting paid. So, I'm
So
not,
what's your favorite way, though, to give back and
I like
help
doing.
others?
Okay, my favorite thing is doing fundraisers for volunteer fire departments.
Yes.
Because those guys, those trucks and all the equipment cost so much money. People have no idea. One truck could cost $600,000 or more.
Wow.
So yeah, I love doing the firehouse fundraisers. If I was
And they're a good crowd,
multi-rich,
right?
I would donate money to all the fire.
And they have a good
volunteer.
crowd to work for.
They're
right?
fun, and they're the
Right?
most giving people.
Yes.
As far you talk about a group of people, firemen, fire people, and first aid people, they're like the most kind-hearted people that do
Yeah.
anything for anybody.
Yes.
And they run into a fucking burning building.
True.
You know?
And they're putting their life on the line, for
Where's that
us.
from?
And some of them are volunteering.
Just got their volume up.
I don't know. Is it this?
That's on the Facebook.
Lower your volume.
I don't know if it's mine. Is
It's
it?
not mine.
is yours.
Mine's off.
Hey, it sounds like a good show.
My phone is haunted.
Yeah.
I felt like I went back
Yeah,
in
you didn't
time.
even touch it. She
I went
didn't-
back in
I
time.
didn't even touch it.
So that's my
See,
favorite.
it's
My favorite thing is
spirit and
firehouses.
yours.
Firehouses.
Fundraiser firehouse
Carlo?
shows. Yeah.
Anything to do with veterans and St. Jude's. I love them kids. That tugs on my heartstring every time I see that commercial. So anything I could do in that effect is what I'd like to do.
That's true. And you, Artie?
No, you're next.
I'm next. Well, I like, since I moved into the Holiday City area of Toms River, helping elderly people, taking them food shopping, doctors, cooking for them, and, doing things from my heart, not expecting anything in return.
Going to Beacon 70.
You never expect anything in
I don't.
return. I know. That's like a daily event for you.
Yes, and she gets showered with lottery tickets.
Oh my God, I want to kill. Every time I go take this woman to the store, she keeps on giving me, and I don't play lotto. And I'm like, stop wasting your money. No, you're going to win. And I'm like, I'm going to lose. But she just wants to give me lotto tickets, but it's cool. But I don't want anything.
I like giving to people when they least expect it, meaning like if somebody can't afford something like, the bill came to too much or they forgot their money and they're at the counter.
You steal the tip?
I steal it. I steal it all. No, paying for somebody else's meal.
You pay it forward.
I pay other people's meal before. I mean, there was a time I was at.
I'm going out to eat with him.
Forgot my wallet.
That's right. There was a time. I got to tell you a funny story. So I'm at this happened years ago. But I also like when I go into New York City, if I see somebody garbage diving to get food and stuff, I'll walk up to them, give them 5, 10.
We help beer bums.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about that.
Yeah, we
because
do.
I think they're going to use it on drugs.
No, it makes no difference. But they're digging for food and drinks. I mean,
Yes.
they're
Right.
looking
That's
for
different. They're
food
actually
or
really
drink.
hungry.
They're
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah,
They're not doing a
if
scam.
Yeah, that's different. You know that they're homeless.
So it's
Right.
sort of like
no,
Paul.
or if somebody something like that.
Paul at the Cheech and Chong, he left his money in his other pants.
I did. All I had was $6 on me.
Yeah.
I switched pants. I forgot my money, and
I
my
remember that
ID.
scam. That's right.
and
I remember
my
that
ID.
scam.
And
I
I
remember
drove
that
with I
scam.
drove with no license.
In Atlantic
nothing-
City, you can't even get a slice for $6.
I know. $6.
Yeah, talking about
No, but
forgetting
it's
your ID
true.
and your money going to Atlantic City. That's like a night. That
I
is a
felt
lot.
It was a
bad,
nightmare.
and I could put myself in his shoes.
Artie
and that's
gave me
why
that good
I-
juju.
I gave you the good juju, so you want. Oh,
So there I was digging in the garbage.
hold on. You're gonna
He
win the
came at you
lottery
with a
soon.
cookie.
You're gonna hit. You got to play the lottery because you're gonna win the lottery soon.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a pick 6.
Which
it could be a
one?
pick
There's
3.
three here.
Carlo.
Well, don't be
I
stupid.
felt that coming. I'm serious. I felt that.
Don't
coming
give
over.
out power of attorney.
So wait, I got to tell you.
I'm not kidding.
I got to tell you.
Get a
I
good
got to
law-
tell you.
Use Rich Nashme as your. He's a forensic
Yeah.
accountant.
When my daughter was with me, we were at an all-you-can-eat Chinese restaurant in I forgot what it was. Exit 105. The exit.
Monmouth.
Yeah, Monmouth.
Monmouth.
Eatontown,
And-
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're in that town, and we got all-you-can-eat Chinese, and I'm looking at these a couple of black women who's taking care of a bunch of mentally challenged
Right,
people.
right,
There's
right.
about 6 or 7, and my heart was going. It was
Yeah.
really being fulfilled because people take their time out to give
Right.
themselves to
Right.
people who are so vulnerable, and
Yeah.
they're like treating them with respect or
Yeah.
treating them with love, and it was just melting my heart. So I said to
You
to
said,
the
"Fuck
waitress-
those people."
I did. I said, may they choke on a bone.
No, you probably pick up the tab.
And,
didn't
and
you?
I told him, I told to the waitress, I said, give me their tab. I said,
Nice.
I want to take it.
Nice.
So this was, but this was, this is the funny part.
Okay.
So,
because it hasn't been funny yet.
yeah, no, but this is the funny part. So I said, do not mention who gave it to them. I said,
Right.
don't mention.
Nice.
So my daughter and I are just sitting there, we're watching this, and so they says, yeah, can we have the bill, please? Says, no, it's already been taken care of. And then, who was taking it? Who's it? And then one of the girls said to the other girl, that cop over there, I noticed he was watching your ass. I noticed him checking out your ass. I bet you it was that cop who just walked out before.
George
But I
Steinbrenner
didn't
had
say-
the best
That
saying.
is so
He
funny.
said, "If you're doing something for somebody, so you
Exactly.
get recognition, you're doing it for the wrong reason."
Exactly.
And he gave to a lot of people. He hired a guy who was robbing a car in the parking lot. He gave him a job, and the guy still works at Yankee Stadium all these years. Since he did the news since he was 17.
Speaking
So
of
he did a
This
lot
is
of good
really
things
fu-
for people no one knew about.
So
It's the right philosophy.
It was the 2,000-year-old man. I don't know. Did you see the 2,000-year-old
Oh,
man?
Mel Brooks
with
and
Mel
Carl
Brooks, Carl
Reiner.
Reiner.
Yeah,
and
it's classic.
So Carl Reiner said to Mel Brooks, because Mel Brooks was the 2,000-year-old man. He goes, "Did Robin Hood really steal from the rich and give to the poor? He stole from everybody. He kept everything."
Speaking of paying for somebody, this is a totally different. It just struck me funny. My friend Andrew was fighting with his girlfriend, and she was like behind him honking, "You mother effer, I'm gonna kill you." I don't know what happened with them. So he figures, I'll get away from her. I'll go into New York, into the Lincoln Tunnel.
Right.
Now, she didn't have any money on her pocket. That idiot, he's at the Lincoln Tunnel. He pays for her to get through the tunnel. I said, you had a chance to get away and you paid for her. It's just so it just
That's funny.
Now, were they Polish?
yeah, I don't know, but it was,
Polish getaway. Polish getaway.
Once again, if you had Easy Pass,
That would be a problem.
That is too
I
funny.
can't. All right. So, what's your favorite band in high school?
did we do the other one? We did the rest of it. We
Yeah.
did. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
What's your favorite band in high school?
I was listening to a lot of Blackfoot, Molly Hatchet, and Alice Cooper.
Oh, I
So
thought you meant,
Blackfoot, I was very into at high school.
I didn't know you meant famous bands. I thought you meant your favorite band in high school. Okay.
Oh, you mean like a marching band?
like the battle.
No. I was in Battles of the Bands, and my favorite band was Eddie Money's band, Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah, but that could be your
okay.
favorite
If
band. That's
that was
fine.
your favorite band in high school. Yeah.
in high school.
While you were
but I didn't.
Yeah, it's
not
a
so-
band.
But
Doesn't
famous,
have to be professional.
famous to me was.
What
you know,
was
was
weird
Beatles. Not Beatles.
with my hometown at Kearney, New Jersey?
Right.
It's a northern place, but
Right.
Southern rock was huge there.
Oh yeah.
Which I still find odd, but I loved it too.
Hello? Metallica?
Well, wow, that goes without saying. But if you're talking about high school level,
High
we used
school.
to have this
I'm trying to remember.
one
Was out in high school.
band that was pretty popular. They were called Snow Dog. They were really a big band.
Not Salty Dog? No.
No, Snow Dog.
Snow Dog only came out in the
Snoopy
winter.
Dog.
And
We played all year round.
As far as like major bands, Metallica, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden, and Judas Priest. That's all I listened to.
Mine was the Beatles and Led Zeppelin. Okay.
I mean, I listened to anything heavy. That was pretty much Quiet Riot.
Meatloaf?
Heavy.
Meatloaf.
he
yeah.
likes to eat it.
Yeah, right.
Mama
Weird
Cass?
Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, that's it. Basically, just the heavier Sabbath. I mean, even though they were from the '70s,
Gotcha.
I can't hear in my headphones, Gene. Can you come
Well,
and
because
fix
you
them?
told them
We
to
hear you
lower
fine.
it,
It's you.
so-
It's you because we hear you.
What about
Yeah.
you? Oh my
Wax.
God, Dave Hodge. I was thinking the same thing. Run DMC, Belle Biv DeVoe.
Actually, they're going to be in Atlantic City on the 30th. Run
They
DMC.
are,
I was
know.
trying to
but
get
the
tickets.
30th, we're going to see Tilted and Paul Vanier.
Wow, both places?
Yes.
Good
I don't know
luck.
how we're
So
going to do
as
that.
far as,
Stone.
as far, I have two favorite local bands back in high school. Two favorite local bands and professional. Two favorite local bands, bar none, was the Party Dolls and the,
Party-
The Nerds?
and the Nerds.
The Nerds.
I
yeah.
played it.
Yeah.
I did a show with the
Did
Party
Steve
Dolls.
Tardicus pay you to say this? They were both his bands.
Yeah, really?
I can't
Oh,
name names.
never-
Remember that corporate show I said I didn't have to have me in a corner to say Party Dolls
Oh,
was a band
wow.
after me.
Oh, really?
And the only people dancing was the owners, the owner and his wife. Nobody else. Everybody else
Oh, that was
pissed off.
Trusuli. Oh.
No,
And my,
no, different.
And my
different
favorite
show.
rock, my favorite professional rock band at the time was Styx, bar none. Styx.
Oh, yeah. We went to see them. They were cool.
Somebody
Yeah.
said they tried to call, but they're
Yeah,
getting
Mike
the
Mike
voicemail.
Lepowski.
They're not the
Tonight's
lines.
the
Are the
night.
lines working?
We'll make history.
Yeah, it should be.
And we're so busy, we can't even get a call through.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Gisela just mentioned Tilted's playing on Saturday, and so is Paul Veneer.
Where you guys playing?
Tilted is going to be at the
Brighton
Brighton Bar,
Okay,
for a
cool.
CD release party, and Paul Veneer is going to be on the
Seaside
Seaside
Heights.
Heights, Boardwalk,
EJs.
So there's plenty to do. Our friend Brian Chakotky is at Catch a Rising Star.
Cool. It's a great weekend because everybody's usually home. It's the holiday, and
Oh yeah, it's a chill out.
You know what
definitely
when I
kinda
do
weekend.
shows on this weekend, I get people that live out of state now, but used to know me from the past, and they come
Yeah.
out, and that's fun. So I
Well,
get-
that happens with Rip now. Almost every show is a potential class reunion.
right.
Did you
That's
ever
really
open
cool.
for Brian Kirk and the Jerks?
No.
Oh, I heard about
We
it.
knew a lot of them though.
Yeah.
I see them all on the road.
On the shoulder.
Dave Hodge said the 30th is his high school reunion. Dave,
Hey-
what high school did you go to? Give a shout out.
Oh, I also like the Beatles too.
I
I
think you
love
went
the
to
Beatles.
Bayonne.
I love the
Beatles.
Beatles.
Oh.
Bayonne High School?
That's what that influenced me big time.
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
Musically.
What's the next question?
All right, if you could thank one person, living or dead, for his or her influence on your life, who would you thank?
Oh,
My
I know who Paul's
grandfather,
going
my
to say.
mom's dad.
And why?
And why? He was, him and my grandmother did a lot for us. Everything, actually. Wow, it's a toss-up. I'd say my grandfather, because I lost him earlier. And, I mean, he always gave me $1. $1 every time I saw
just
him.
the dollars.
No, but the funny thing is, I'd be 6, he'd give me $1.
$2. Give me
I'd be
$2.
18, he'd give me $1. At
I bet you it turned on
23,
you. I
he
bet you
gave me
it
$1. You know, 'cause I didn't
dollar
lose a
earned.
relative till I was in my 20s.
That was my father. My father gave everyone $1. Regardless how old you were, how long ago.
A dollar a holler?
Yeah.
To them, that was a big tip.
But it meant a lot. It was,
it does mean a
but I mean, they also took care of us and
Right.
and made sure we didn't
And
go
you're always
without.
close to your grandparents.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say my
grandfather?
grandfather.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you, Paul?
Career-wise, Paul McCartney. In life, my father.
Oh, okay.
No doubt about it.
Cool. And you?
What was the question again?
What's your favorite restaurant?
What's your favorite fast food joint?
Which member of Styx is your
Cafe
personal
Napoli.
If
favorite?
you could thank,
What's your favorite female anatomy?
if you could
Yeah,
thank
thumb.
one person, dead or living or dead, for his or her influence on your life, who would you thank?
Well, I'll take a page out of Paul's book. Professionally, Sam Kinison, and family-wise would be my Uncle Frank, because he never judged me. I can get tried for murder with a knife in my hand, and he'll still say I didn't do it.
You're admitting to this now?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no statute of limitations
It's called
on
double
this.
jeopardy. They
him
cannot
away.
try you twice for the same thing.
We have a phone call, Gene. Put him up.
Yes, you could put the phone in. Phone on.
Good. Here we go.
Phone in.
Hi, you're on
There
the-
you go, Michael.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi.
Who's this,
Mike?
Michael?
Yeah, it's Michael.
Michael, can you bring up something happy? Because what's going on in this show is all danger and disasters.
And death?
We need
No.
something
We're
happy.
not gonna take it.
Give us something happy, will you?
Well, I'll tell you my favorite story about helping out, and doing a nice thing for nothing. I knew a guy who was going out of business, and he had a warehouse, and he had a bunch of these 6-foot Christmas trees, artificial trees.
Right.
So he told me, he said, "I'll sell them to you for $3 a piece."
Right.
So I bought 10 trees,
Right.
Oh, wow.
and I bought on near Christmas. I went over to one of the food banks, and I stood outside the food banks. And whenever I saw a family, I would give them a tree.
Oh, that's
That was
nice.
very
Great. That's
nice.
excellent.
Where'd you work? The main branch?
Michael, I could have got you $15 a piece for these trees. What are we doing here?
Where did he go wrong? No.
I don't want to bark up the wrong tree, but I think I'm going out on a limb here.
No, that's
Oh, my
awesome. That's a
God.
very
That's really
touching
cool.
story.
I like especially holiday stories like that. I love that. I wish people felt like that all the time.
Yeah, that's a thing that bothers me is like they say, well, it's the Christmas spirit or it's the holiday spirit.
Should be
No,
all
you
year
should be there
round.
all year round.
Yeah,
not
well, it's
just-
hard to.
That's
'cause
why
you're
I'm
beaten
there
down.
all year. I
Yeah,
give my
people-
Christmas tree away the day after.
See, he's smart. He's smart.
Yeah, you give it to the sanitation guy.
Or to a Jewish family
Give
who
it-
doesn't care.
They give it away.
For
Give it away
ages.
right before it's about to catch fire.
What's your answer to
Where it
your
dries
try?
out.
I am grateful to my grandfather
Yes.
for showing me.
Mastro
He gave you a
Mario.
buck?
No, he
Big influence.
He replaced, what I was missing in my life, which was a dad.
Right.
So he was always there for me. He never made me feel alone or like I came from a broken home.
You're probably his princess, his little
Yeah,
princess, right?
he taught me how to dance,
Which is strange for a
it
ballet.
was-
It's very strange for a guy.
No,
to do.
he was really, really.
You couldn't
good,
use glue?
And he always was proud of anything and everything I did.
Right.
So he always made me feel special.
That's
So it was
good. See, that's
nice.
nice. It's a great relationship.
You couldn't use glue
No,
for the broken home?
no,
No. Okay.
doesn't
Wouldn't
work.
it be
that
great
way.
if there's such thing as heaven, and heaven was you could relive every moment,
Yeah.
except you're aware of it now.
Every happy moment?
Every
or-
any moment you want to live bad ones, go ahead. That's your fault. That
No, but I'm
shows you're a
saying-
negative guy. I was like
no,
happy
but I'm
moments.
saying you're saying like
No, you have
during
power.
your whole.
You have control to live any moment you want to live.
Oh,
Continue.
then of course.
Oh, I love
yeah.
this moment. I want to live that one again. Oh, I love this moment. I want to live that one again.
In some ways, we can and do.
Probably. It's,
In
it's a
some
matrix.
ways,
Yeah, it's
like
true.
They're called
when-
memories.
Yeah, they're memories,
Memories.
And sometimes
Memories?
memories. Thanks for the memories.
So let's hear Artie's
But yeah, I believe.
answer
Yeah.
for your question.
That's a good question.
Okay.
I would
You
have
didn't see
to
that
say-
question coming?
John Edwards.
Well, 4 times to be.
Yeah.
No, I would say.
I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
You're all comedians, okay? And I just wanted to know this: when you're greeted by the public, say you're sitting in a restaurant,
Right.
do you find that a lot of people expect you to be on all the time, be funny, tell jokes?
They may, but I don't. I just concentrate on being nice to everybody because I love people. So I'm just the same way with everybody, no matter what they do, no matter what they are, who they are, or what.
So
they,
no
nothing.
knock joke.
I would say no.
Yeah.
Not so much in a restaurant, but after a show, or if people find out you're a comedian, tell me a joke, and I hate that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
don't matter to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You know,
I
I
don't
mean,
care.
I am who I am. You know,
Well, the real jokes come in a normal conversation.
right?
Right.
You know?
Being
Right.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
No, I just don't
Which
want.
is Paul's
I
whole
don't
life.
care, but I think it's like tell me a
True.
joke. I'm not Henny Youngman. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not a
I think it
comedian,
depends.
so I can't answer that.
It depends. You know, I just try to be nice to everybody. I don't care.
Well, people
Yeah.
tell me that as far as being psychic, they said, they think that are you on all the time, and I'm not.
They say
I'm
read
off
May
all the time.
Poem.
The truth is, most of the time, I'm actually very mellow before I go on stage.
Uh-huh.
I talk to people, I hang out, and some people, I've had people come to me, why aren't you smiling? Aren't you happy? I said, I'm very happy. I'm
You
saving
know-
energy for when I get to the stage. I'm going to hit.
That's
Do you
Boom.
find that as a comedian or as a musician or both? Because before I go on, I try to be quiet and I try to be
Yeah.
to myself, but people bug me when I'm about to go on.
Yeah, you want some free time. Well, music, I understand. Music, because you want to think about your set.
Yeah,
what
but
you do.
then people are asking
Comedy-wise, I don't, because my show is so ad-libbed, I don't have to think. I don't think about it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
like
about
with
it.
the music and stuff, they're asking you stage setup questions,
Right.
power questions. Can this person
You wanna
introduce
concentrate on
you?
the show you're gonna do.
You know, or when you're done, like 3 seconds in, the lights aren't even out yet. Hey, that was great. You got a CD? You got it? It's like
that's
give me
why-
3 seconds to
Don't
have
you-
a drink of
don't
water.
you have like a room that you can go to before?
Yeah,
the show
I
starts?
do.
Yeah, but my wife locked me out.
I always
Your wife
zone
loves
out. I'll put on an iPad and go and zone out and just focus. I get like that. I want to be.
See, I'm the opposite. When I'm done, I'm still going.
You know,
You know
once-
You're
me.
never
I keep-
done.
I talk to everybody as long as they want to talk. I'll talk.
No, I'm talking about beforehand.
Beforehand, I like-
I like
I'm-
zone out and I'll shy away from everybody.
I don't know. I'll talk to people. I'll hang out with people, but I'm mellow.
and-
I'm not like hyper.
you know, before.
But after your show, you probably have to wind down.
Yes.
no,
No, he doesn't
No,
wind
I'm
down till
saying-
Sunday.
No, I'm just saying, like even afterwards, like you can't just go home and go to sleep.
No.
No, I don't
So
go to-
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So you need to
Everybody's
like,
different.
watch a movie or
Yeah,
listen
everybody's got their own
just to-
system.
But you know, driving to a show, I prefer to go alone because people want to have a conversation and stuff. I'd rather listen to whatever I want to listen to and just think.
One time,
know?
Paul says, come by. He plays locally by our house. He says, and help me with the breakdown. I said, no problem. He said, come there about midnight. I should be done. So I get there, and I'm in my pajamas. I want to help him because it's the stairs going up to this place is brutal. So
Especially
I,
after doing a 3-hour show, and I got to go up the
right.
stairs with
So
equipment.
because he does a long show, 3 hours. That's like halfway,
Right.
So
Just there.
He's getting ready to say, we're going to end the night with a fun song. And he goes, but does anybody have any questions about how I got started in my career? You can ask me any question you want. You can ask me any question you want about my life. It could be professional. And these people started around. I'm like, you motherless.
Another hour. Another hour.
Well, it's like Gilligan's Island. He starts off on a 3-hour show, and he's on the island for 2 years.
And they're all like fucking horse chat. Oh, Paul, did you learn the piano? Did you get lessons? No, I was self-taught, and oh my God, I'm like, oh my God.
I haven't done that the last 2 times.
No,
though.
but
No, no, I know.
I enjoy Paul's show. It doesn't matter how many times.
No,
see
I'm
him.
not making
He's
fun
not
of
talking about. He's talking about how sometimes I'm
No,
supposed
I
to be
know.
ending. He thinks it's going to end, and it goes
There's
another
no
hour.
there's no such thing as a last set.
You go there for a buffet, and they're bringing out bagels.
Wait, that should be the name of your show. No end.
No, he teased me. And we're going to end the night with a fun song, but before that, if you have any questions about how I got started, what house I grew up in Long Island,
don't
what the
ask
address
that. Don't
was,
say that.
what ice cream parlor I went to, you can ask me any questions you want.
How many teeth I have?
I won that.
Was I really
in South
ki-
Jersey. I won that record.
I want to dispel the rumor that I was killed by a chicken truck. Just ask me anything.
You know, it's funny when you said ask me a question. You know, or you're talking. You mentioned something about thinking, and my father always used to yell at me. He goes, "Why don't you think before you do?" I said, "To tell you the truth, I never thought about it."
Say I did, and you're going to be a
It's a double
grandfather.
negative. Wait a minute.
So let's ask, get Artie to answer the question. Who would you thank, living or dead?
That's true.
John Edwards.
Now, as far as professionally, I don't
Is
really.
it altruistic or?
Professionally, I don't know. Professionally, I
that's
don't
very-
know.
Yeah, that doesn't
I
usually
would
happen.
probably, personally, easily, hands down, is my mother and my Uncle Louis, which was her brother, because I've definitely taken on his personality
Right.
and the way he is with people, and people just couldn't help but not want to be with him because he had just that.
He's a magnet. He had that
didn't-
personality.
He didn't have to do anything.
Right.
Just to be in his company,
Was
he
fun.
had such charisma,
Right.
and he had a lot of issues in his life, but you never knew he had one issue at all.
No
But
Facebook, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
And he was
God,
very
right?
generous. He was very generous, very loving, very funny. And I said, I want to be like, and he got paid. He was a taxi cab driver also. And I always said, I want to get paid cash every single day. And so, damn it, I became my Uncle Louis. And I love corned beef sandwiches, just like
That's
Michael.
so
And his-
Hey, Steve, Billy Milkle says you drove a drunk fan home one night.
Yeah, that's true. That's rare for a hard rock group, huh? Billy had a lot to drink one night.
Was she naked? No, I'm like,
No, it was Billy, and he was fully clothed.
Was
that
Billy
don't count.
naked?
We played the Starland Ballroom, and Billy was working the merch booth with me after the show.
right.
He was having a blast, and
I kept the windows open. Right?
so Billy, were you fully loaded? No.
yeah, well, I drove him home.
Was he
What was,
ripped?
what was he drinking? What were you drinking that night, Bill?
What were you drinking, Bill? I don't remember. Probably
Patron.
Heineken's.
No, that'd
Probably
be a lot-
shots.
That'd be a lot of Heineken.
Billy, why don't
Yeah.
you call in?
Patron.
We still have a call. Mike, you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hi, Mike.
A Maryland connection.
He's a stalker.
Oh, and my mother was also another major person in my life as far as who taught me all about love.
Hey,
She really did,
Michael.
very unconditional.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
Hey, not there,
Whoa.
not there, right?
Michael, let me ask you a
that kind of
question. For Thanksgiving, Michael, was turkey the main dish, or did you guys eat pasta?
Both.
No, we only had turkey. I now if I go to one of my Italian friends' houses, they'll make pasta with it too. But it was basically just a basic Thanksgiving stuff. They never made anything fancy. Although one time I went to someone's house and they had squid, and it was like that was a strange Thanksgiving. You know?
No, actually, if you
Squid?
think about it,
I don't like all those legs going down my throat.
that was one of the original dishes. with
Canned
seafood.
squid.
Well, for the holidays,
seven
the
fish?
7 fishes, yeah.
I don't know. I was never the fish guy.
Oh, I love fish.
Only fish I like is shrimp. That's
So, Mike,
The only
since you're
fish I
still
like
on-
is Abe Pagoda.
since you're still on with us,
I like Mrs. Paul's.
she's very nice. She has nice sticks.
who is one person in your life that you
Oh.
would thank?
Well, probably my late wife for putting up with all my bullshit all those years.
Oh,
You know.
wow.
Uh,
Okay.
Okay.
long as she knew how much you appreciated her when she was alive,
She
right?
does now.
And Tracy Lords, right?
You know what's funny is that you mentioned before about all this bullshit you put up with those comedians. That's the good thing about being an actor. No one has ever come up to me and say, "Hey, Mike, let's hear some Macbeth." You know, no one bothers me.
Yeah, right?
But as an actor, did
Just say,
anybody
"To be
ever
or I'm
throw
gone."
tomatoes on you? No.
You're reading my mind again. I was
Again?
just about to be or
Well,
not to be.
to be or I'm gone.
I was just about to say that.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you again for calling in, and I
Yep.
want to wish you and your family a happy
Yep.
Thanksgiving.
You too. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thank
you
you so
take care,
much.
buddy.
Our pleasure.
Good night.
Billy Milko, you're requested to call in, or you'll never get another ticket to another event.
Yeah, your
And we're
mother.
not going to announce your house when we pass it anymore.
That's right. Hi, Bill. We do. We say, hey, Bill.
We're Bill's
We're
house.
gonna throw tomatoes at it. In fact,
We go, hi,
Tommy
Bill.
Tomato.
we're gonna
Right.
put toilet paper in your trees.
Are you the one that was stealing the Christmas lights off his house?
No, we just unscrew them.
That's so funny.
And Billy's outside like Clark Griswold. Why ain't they working?
I know this is not an inquiring mind questions, but I'm going to throw this out there. What do you guys think about people decorating before Thanksgiving?
If they want to, go ahead. It's your electric bill.
It's your property.
Who
You
cares?
paid. You own the property.
How
There's
does
people
it-
in his neighborhood that had them on
Are
all
you
year.
kidding?
Oh yeah,
Oh my
they're
God!
weirdos.
I know that. I know.
You know what it is? Because they're old and they can't.
They don't want to take them up, take them down. But
Yeah.
Billy,
So-
call again. The line is free now.
Try again.
I don't care what people do. That's their house. They do what they want. I don't care what you do.
I appreciate it. I love.
You like
looking
I
at
think
the
it beautifies
I
the
do,
neighborhood. They're
yeah.
like having all kinds of
Like if
people
you go down
complain.
Main Street in Woodbridge, like all the trees are like.
Oh, I
lit
love
up
when they do that with the
With
whites.
the white
Oh,
lights
I
and
love
stuff
that.
like that. It's absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous, and they keep it up for a very long time, not just a holiday.
There's
It's a
ha-
wonderful life.
There's a house in
I
Tom's
love
River. I think it's on Vermont Avenue where you drive through the guy's property. He built so many, like Santa's workshop and this and
Love it.
that, and there's like
Yeah.
little. You press the button and it tells you the story. I mean, he put a lot of work into this, and we drove through.
He has an easy pass.
But it's a
you
beautiful
think it's
thing.
for free until.
And I think more people should. I mean, but if you don't celebrate Christmas, now you can't even say. I say until they put me in the ground. I'm going to say Merry Christmas. You could say Happy Holidays.
Yeah, you can say what you want.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter.
know-
The only problem on Vermont Avenue, though, is the tires get all full of syrup and shit. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Very sticky.
That's on Maple Avenue.
Oh, okay. It was Vermont.
Are you
Vermont
kidding me? It says no, it's not.
Billy,
Try one more time for me.
Gene,
please.
try this number and find out how did Michael get through.
Yeah, how did Michael get through? He's
Easy
special.
pass.
Unless he didn't.
Oh, you also can go through the PNC parking
Yeah,
lot,
that's-
the Garden
Yeah.
State Arts Center. They have.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I sent my kids when they were little.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call right now,
Here
guys.
we go.
Hello?
I'm just going to put him right through.
Answer the
Hold
phone,
on.
Yeah,
somebody.
put him right through. Yep.
Somebody
I'm
answer
going to
it.
put him right through. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead. Hello?
Hi,
Hello.
Who is it?
Hello,
Who is it?
Hello.
it's Billy.
It's Billy Milko.
Well, let him announce himself.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's him?
Of course, I'm a psychic.
How can it be him? We saw him by his house. How can it be him?
Hi.
Hi, Bill.
What's going on, kids?
Not much. We're just goofing off.
Thanks for calling, though.
Now what do you want?
What happened at the Starland that night, if you're interested?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
what
would
were you
love to
drinking?
hear
I
that.
was, not only was I having a great time at the merch booth, I think I bought an 11-year-old kid his first shot glass and a bourbon with it.
What a great influence.
Now wait, how do you
Show
know
and tell
how
in
do you
8th
know it was
grade, a
his
rip
first?
shot glass.
How do you know it was his first?
I was drinking double bourbons and Heineken.
Oh, there you go.
I
Knew liquor was involved.
Yeah.
told that I had prostate cancer and I was going for a biopsy.
Oh, my
I was
God.
in the middle of my divorce, so I said, you know something? What do I care if I live or die tonight? But luckily, Steve was nice enough to drive me home because I probably would have died.
You get it?
But from
Live or
alcohol
die.
poisoning,
This is
not from an accident.
another happy story.
That's why I was laughing. That's why I was laughing, Paul. It's like, here we go again.
Another
Keep
happy
my
story.
clothes on, though.
But, you know, he
Well, thank
did.
God. Steve was very
I
happy
tried
for
to
that.
Do Steve, but he wouldn't go for it. So.
Wait a minute, Billy. You were working the merch booth?
Yeah.
And he was naked.
that explains why he has like 6 rip shirts in the back of his trunk.
You know something? Bill was being
was my
diagnosed,
case.
like he said, but he didn't tell anyone.
Oh, so
so
you only
he
knew.
went there and he was
Yeah.
on his own tangent.
Yeah.
I didn't know why he was
I
so.
know you're a math major.
Yes.
Wait, tangent.
I said. That's not your word. He's got to say it. You
Oh,
got to say
okay.
it. Tangent's not your words. If I have you try everybody's words, we'll be here for all night.
Wait. He just said it. He repeated it.
No,
He
that's not the
just
same.
said
It wasn't his own idea.
Pete and repeat were on a boat.
He's on a tangent, but I went congruent to
Yes.
that.
Don't interlope on my segment.
Go ahead.
Hey,
What's your
and
angle?
And I don't have Christmas lights up yet, so that you guys didn't pass my house then.
What are you waiting for?
What?
What am I waiting for? I'm going off the grid.
You're going off
Thanksgiving,
the
I'm
grid?
done.
You're
I'm gone
done.
for 2.5 weeks. You guys won't even hear from me. I won't be alive. You don't know if I'm dead or alive. I'm going someplace where there's no cell phone.
Marty will know.
So we'll act like you're dead until we hear from you.
Yeah.
And if you are
Yeah.
dead, I'll talk to you.
Hey,
talk to me.
let me know how my eulogy and my funeral went. Right?
Oh my god.
We'll have a shot of bourbon to celebrate.
Wish you were there.
So no balls for you,
Sounds
Billy.
good to
Huh?
me.
You're gonna be out for 2 weeks.
Hey, you going to be around for the Frank Marino show on the 16th of April, 2020?
I think so.
Not only will I be there, I heard I was already requested to work the merch booth.
You are. You are.
Without the bourbon.
Yeah, Frank Marino got a hold of me. Heard what a good job I did. He wants me to work his merch.
He wants you to buy his shot glass for an 8th grader too.
Oh, no problem. I'll buy a hit of acid from Frank.
All right.
Is he
Another
gonna
nasty turn.
Is he going to get paid in? Are you going to pay him in shot glasses?
Yes.
No, you
Shot
know
glasses
something?
and
I wouldn't mind actually tripping with Frank Marino. I think that'd be a cool. I haven't done drugs in many, many years, but I think I would.
It would be.
I would take that leap again with Frank Marino.
It would be a
and
fun
drop a
night.
tab of
It
acid.
would be a fun night, but don't do it on that night.
Hey, Bill, can we bring you on the air in a controlled environment and watch you trip out?
No, that's no fun. You trip by yourself.
He's like, I don't
You
care.
never trip by
I don't
yourself.
care.
That's not good.
No, but in front of us here. Well,
That's fine.
You got it. Someone's got to do it with you.
That doesn't bother me.
Alright,
It
so
could be a
Paul,
public
you're
service
doing
thing.
them.
No,
Show
you can't
kids what not to do.
You can't experience that alone. You got to be with someone else.
Or what to do.
I know you're by yourself. You're lighting fire.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh my god, oh my god. No, you
this
can't.
is your brain. This is your brain on Billy Milko.
All right,
You
children,
can't. It's
if
not.
you're
It's not
listening,
smart to
don't
trip by
listen.
yourself. It really isn't.
I gotta have a brain first before it'll affect me. So come on.
Wait, you're saying that there should
You
be
could do it with
somebody
him.
tripping
It's
with
not
you?
smart.
Come
to
on,
do.
get your lighter.
I guess you
It's
can't
not
have a
smart
trip by
to do.
yourself.
That's different. You can smoke by yourself, but you can't do tripping.
So you
by
can't
yourself.
travel alone.
There's too much going on in your
basically.
head. You gotta be talking.
Hey, I might actually be able to play guitar.
Well, you'll think you are.
Yeah,
Hey, Billy, where are you
that's about
going?
the only way I get a replace.
Billy,
He'll have a ukulele.
You
Billy,
play
where-
like shit, but nobody will care.
Billy, where are you going that you're going off the grid?
Get on cruise.
I'm going to Susquehanna County, Pennsylvania, where the Susquehanna Hat Company is. I'm going
Very
to
nice.
Can you pick up
do
some
some
hats?
quality control up there for him.
I love it. Susquehanna hat. Bring me back a nice straw hat.
So it's a cruise on the Susquehanna River, in other words.
Sure.
Isn't that the
Yeah,
Amish area?
something like that.
That's funny.
That's fun. So,
Do you have any
So when you get
questions?
out of prison?
You have any questions
half
for the
weeks.
crazy animals on here?
No, I usually text Steve anyway most of the times during the week, so I don't really have too many questions between. I always chat with you guys anyway.
You have any secrets you want to?
any
No.
personal questions? you
Secrets.
wanna
He
ask?
just said he would trip for you.
Secrets? Oh, Jesus. Listen,
Really? How much more
I was
do you
with a transsexual once
Good for you, Nick.
for over
How much
1,000
information do we
days straight
need?
because I was drunk and high on acid in college. I don't really recall too much.
That's juicy right there.
No, she means, do you have any?
That's not juicy. That's history.
And
Billy.
and it was a midget too.
Oh my God, he was not happy.
Billy, she means, do you have any personal
So you were a little
questions to
high.
ask us? Billy,
Okay, look, I got to go. I got to get back to work. I got dogs to take care of.
Oh,
All right,
MJ.
all right.
All right, take care of your dogs.
Carlo hit a pin.
I'll turn the volume back up on my computer so I can listen to the wonderful
Okay.
Animal House radio show here at the Hamilton Radio Network and on Armed Forces Radio.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank
That
you.
was Billy Milko.
Giving us a promo. Look at
I
that.
like that.
Awesome.
Now he's gonna
Hey,
give.
look at that.
Now he's gonna give drops of acid to his
Royalties.
dogs.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Give acid to the dog. Dog goes. Meow.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And if I don't see you before then, have a Merry Christmas, too.
You too,
Yeah.
buddy. You too.
All right. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Take care.
We'll have to say goodbye. We have to say bye.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
So, what is
See
your
you
favorite
later.
part of Thanksgiving?
Favorite part of Thanksgiving is
One word.
it's been evolving, but it's family. It's just as time goes by, the family dynamic is changing.
Yeah, that's
We're
for
now
sure.
the old people.
Same here.
Ah,
Yeah, we lost a
the
lot of
old
people
people.
too.
Yeah, but yeah, it's family,
Family.
and tomorrow is going to be
Fun. Well, kind of bittersweet.
sisters and brothers rather than parents.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same here. Family as far as that, but as far as food, stuffing.
Stuffing is it.
Stuffing.
How do you like your stuffing?
Gravy on it. Not sauce.
Gravy.
Gravy.
That's right.
How do you like your stuffing? I can't believe it.
No,
I can't believe he stuffed my ass.
the other day, since we weren't going to have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah,
she
you're gonna make fun
invites.
of me again.
No, I'm not making fun of you. See what I'm saying? It's okay for you to mention
You
stuff.
can go ahead. Go ahead.
So she decides to make chicken and rice and stuffing. And I've never had stuffing with bacon in it. It was new to me, and
Right,
I just
I never
didn't
did either.
care for it. The stuffing was good with irregardless of the bacon.
So you could hit a pig, and I can't put it in my stuffing.
I just never had it that way. Usually it's sausage. It's
Okay,
you
well,
know,
it's a different pig. It's sausages a part of a pork.
Sausages.
Irregardless, which is not even a word. Go ahead. I got you.
Sausages. Well,
Irregardless, sure.
It's regardless.
It's
Not
regardless.
Regardless, he didn't like my stuffing.
No?
It was good, but the bacon made it too
Janet
salty.
loved my stuffing.
Who did?
So would irregardless.
Everybody has their.
Everybody, yeah, but I never had stuff that tastes the same as anybody. Everybody's tastes different.
You know, and I decided to make something different.
And that's fine.
Frank agreed with me.
Well, Frank is a weirdo.
That's not
like
very
you.
thankful.
That's okay.
That's not very thankful. You're keeping with the theme, though, the down theme we have here tonight.
No, I'm
I
just
got
saying.
a question. Would irregardless be regardless?
Regardless.
Irregardless.
It's regardless. There's no irregardless.
Irregardless.
Everybody says irregardless, but it's regardless.
You want to bet?
I'm telling you, regardless. That's regardless of what I say. That's how it works.
Well,
it
he
doesn't work
complained about
irregardless.
everything. I
Yeah, but
made,
irregardless,
about
but
that.
factor out both.
I didn't
Erie's in
complain about that.
Pennsylvania.
you
We
did.
talked about that
What did I
already.
complain about?
I made a chicken cutlet dinner
Right.
with
I love chicken
stuffing
cutlets.
Stuffing,
and
good.
rice and
I like
mashed
both of those
potatoes.
things.
I didn't complain
Okay.
about
That's
that.
all three starches I love.
So he was like, "Where is my manigot?"
Oh.
I don't like to make manigot. Yeah, I'm Italian. Italian people make pasta and sauce. I don't like sauce. I don't like pasta.
The reason why I said that is because
You don't like
her sons love chicken cutlets,
I
and
know.
she makes
I'm
it
not
a
a
lot.
pasta girl.
So I just wanted a
fat
little
enough.
change
Imagine
of
if I ate
praise.
pasta.
I
I'd be
didn't
like
say
that.
they weren't good. See, she's twisted. See how she twists things already? You
you would
see.
have rather had manigot
And now it starts.
and veal
The
cutlet.
Italian.
They're off to the races. Here we go.
I would have loved to have
And
veal
veal
cutlet,
cutlet.
because it's different.
Now,
Because we have chicken
if
cutlets
you
all the
want
time.
This is part of the show when these
for
two
me to
argue. It's
make
always
it.
fun.
Then you should bring me home the food and I'll cook it.
Oh, now
Don't
it's.
assume that I have
Oh,
veal
you remember
cutlet,
you assume. You remember the odd couple.
And don't assume that I have manigotti. And don't assume, because I'm Italian, I make sauce.
The password
Well,
is.
I would go with
You
that.
were the-
I can't believe
you were
the
one of
second
very
part. I
few
would.
Italians.
The second part I have to go with. You're Italian. You have to make sauce. I'm sorry.
I make sauce.
Even I
but
can make
don't
sauce.
like it. I don't like it. I can make it. It's just gross.
Meat.
You don't like sauce?
I don't like
Gravy.
acid. I love vodka sauce.
Aristophanes!
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I'm not big on vodka sauce.
No, I don't like
It depends who
acid
makes it.
like
I've had great, but I've had bad.
Yeah.
Depends.
No, I
It's
just
like
wanted
fettuccine. It's like
something that-
Alfredo. Same thing.
She
Good or
makes
bad.
very good chicken cutlets. The food is not bad. I just was a little.
Oh, now
we
it's
have
not
it a
bad.
lot.
We moved up from she didn't like it. Now it's not bad.
And,
No, I
and
didn't say I
then
didn't
I
like
made
it.
too much because I cooked dinner and I also made dessert. So I made
Won't be
cake
hard.
pops, I made brownies, I made chocolate chip cookies.
You had me at
Okay,
hello with
here's the
brownies.
deal with that. We're going over somebody's house, and we got to bring some food. So, her friend Janet says, I'll make." She offered to make the dessert because she was going to make rice balls. She goes, "No, bring." So,
Because Frank loved my cookies so much.
so now that's fine. But now she's making a bundt cake. She's making cake pops, brownies, cookies. Just
No,
bring a
okay.
couple of things.
Let's
you don't
just-
have
let's
to.
just
Were you going
say-
to Fort Dix?
No, I'm making a bundt cake for his mom. That's
Right.
having a Thanksgiving dinner with her.
I don't even know
sister.
what
No,
a
you
bundt
gave
cake
her
is.
brownies. You said.
I don't even know what a bundt
no,
cake
the
is.
bundt
I don't know
cake
what
I'm
it is.
making, and I also made your mother brownies.
Oh, well, you didn't say
Okay,
that.
so I made your mother a bundt cake with
Get
your
with the bundt
favorite,
cake.
with your favorite pudding, chocolate pudding on top of
Oh,
frosting.
I like anything with chocolate pudding.
And then for Janet's house, I'm making chocolate chip cookies, brownies with walnuts, and
Paulie walnuts?
Walnuts.
icebox
had me at
cake.
hello.
Your
Icebox
favorite.
cake.
Icebox cake.
Cake
chocolate
pops.
pudding.
Can I ask you something, Gisela? It's one thing I'm not. It's not a joke.
I'll
I
make
want to
you-
know.
I'll
Is
make
it called a bundt cake because the way the shape of it, or is there why is it called a bundt cake?
Probably because there's a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like a bundt hole.
Was it-
It's a bundt hole. This is a fucking porno.
And as Billy says, I like balls. I make balls.
I can't believe he tried to.
Rice balls, cake balls.
A buddy of mine wanted a pool, and it was his mom's property. And he
Right.
kept telling, "Ma, let's get a pool. Let's get a pool." She finally got so tired of hearing it, she planted a tree in the middle of the yard, and I told him build a bundt pool. That's a true story.
Well, did you guys ever watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Yes, I
When
saw
they,
it once.
they go over the house with the bundt cake. And
but I
then-
never
and
knew
they
why it
go,
was called a bundt cake.
What's that? And then they put a flower pot in the middle.
I never knew that's why it was called that. Because every cake you bake has a hole in the middle. If you put if
Oh
they made
my
it
God.
if it's that kind of a cake.
Are you
So
gonna
like a
make-
sour cream cake, my mother used to make with walnuts and cinnamon. But that had a hole in the middle. But what's called a bundt cake?
You should
I
make
don't know.
bundt
It was,
cookies.
you just didn't know that it was called a
They
bundt
could,
cake.
it could have
yeah.
probably been called a pound cake, but like I learned.
Well, pound cake's a different kind of a cake too.
To be honest,
wait, what's that
I
called?
learned
A
that it's a
swirl-
bundt cake since I, was married. Like when I was in my family life, I never knew it was a bundt cake until after I got married.
Right.
You know.
So I don't know.
what
What, I'm not sure why it's called a bundt cake. That's all. Because it doesn't fit any
I'm
kind of.
assuming it's because there's a hole in the
Google
But
it.
there's a lot of cakes made with a hole in the
Google
middle. That's what I'm saying. Not called
Google.
bundt cakes.
All right, here we go. A bundt.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's got it. Tell Carlos got it. Here's the mystery. He's going to be solved. Here we go.
The bundt cake derives in part from a European brioche-like cake called Gugelhof.
Gugelhof. I
In
like
the
Bundt
north
better.
of Germany, Gugelhof is traditionally known as Buntkuchen.
Look, I brought the Gugelhof.
Let's
call it buns.
Okay.
You're gonna eat it. You're gonna like it.
So Buntkuchen is the German pronunciation,
Right.
a name formed by joining the two words Bund and Kuchen mean cake.
Okay, so it's just a cake.
Yes.
So I guess it's another name for cake that has nothing to do with what it is, what kind it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
According to that.
I'm glad. At least I finally know what the hell that meant.
All right.
Because I never knew what that meant, a Bundt cake.
So those are my cake balls. See?
Why is
Cake
everything
balls.
rice balls, cake balls,
She
buns
likes balls.
balls?
What are you gonna say? She likes
Nice set of
balls.
balls here. She showed me her set of balls.
Aren't they
here.
beautiful?
That's probably the only thing her and Carlo don't fight about.
No, she makes
What,
great
Bundt
stuff.
balls?
But these are my rice balls.
She makes great stuff.
There's white rice in there.
You just don't like bacon in your
She loves baking, and I don't want to stop her from doing it, but she makes a ton of it, and I just,
I'll show you the brownies tomorrow.
So slow down.
So in my tray, I made brownies.
Oh, she makes-
And then I put chocolate chip cookies around it. So it's a double tray of.
She makes the
chocolate
She
delight.
uses Ghirardelli chocolate,
I
which
use
is good stuff.
Ghirardelli only.
And it
See?
has
It's
walnuts
great
in
chocolate.
it.
This is my whole setup for what I did
I
yesterday.
love mighty fine pudding.
So I did the pudding
I
too.
love pudding.
I love.
I could just eat it. I used to make big bowls and I would just eat the whole bowl.
So I make an icebox cake. So if you guys don't know what icebox cake, it's graham crackers, pudding, graham crackers, pudding, graham crackers.
That's the only, I wasn't a big sweets guy growing up, even though I was a 600-pound man, but icebox cake was my favorite.
I love pudding.
Lee Majors, doesn't he? The
And this was my
600-pound
dinner
man.
for the other night that you did not like.
He ran less lower though.
I know.
Instead of going,
Anyway,
All that food was delicious, with the exception of
That's
the...
mashed potatoes.
Oh, it wasn't slow motion. That's the way he just looked.
That's my rice.
That was good mashed potatoes because it was real potatoes. You know
This
what I'm
is
saying?
my bacon with my stuffing. He didn't like
Oh,
the
my
bacon.
one of my favorite dishes of all time: string bean casserole.
String
I like
bean
that too. I love
casserole.
that.
I thought it was
love that.
matzo
Chicken
brie.
cutlet.
With,
Matzo
my
brie.
my ex
love
mother-in-law made the best. I'm like, God, talk about orgasm.
Just give me vegetables, salad, and bread. As long as I have bread, I'm happy.
bread.
Give me a nice good
Vegetable.
Italian
Good bread is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can eat a
Oh,
whole loaf.
warm, right? It's got to be
Oh,
warm. and
warm,
soft.
definitely warm is
Warm,
good.
soft. Oh.
You want to laugh? I went to
Semolina.
I
I
want to
went to
laugh.
ShopRite and I came back with 2 loaves of bread and they just came out.
And a
it was
hooker.
Hot.
Oh my
So I went home and it was I think it was.
So you don't even like lard bread.
It was
Speaking of
Italian
lard.
bread. No,
Lard
I
bread?
like Italian bread and
Yeah.
French bread. I got
You
the
like
Italian
lard
bread,
bread?
I don't know what it
and I
is.
cut it open. I put peanut butter and jelly on it, and it
Oh
was
my
so
God.
delicious.
What are you, Elvis?
love
No, but on the
peanut butter
Italian bread was nice and fresh.
I make
Oh.
heroes sometimes with peanut butter jelly.
All right.
Love
I love
peanut butter.
on Italian
Lard bread
Ooh.
is Italian bread with there's dry sausage in it. There's
I don't like
prosciutto
sausage. I
don't
in
care
it,
for
there's
that, yeah.
bacon in
Prosciutto.
it. It's everything. So it's all the meat.
I just
It's
like the
almost
bacon so
like a
far.
stromboli,
It's really,
sort of.
really
The grape
fattening,
jelly,
but
too.
it's
If
so
I'm gonna
good.
have jelly, it's got to be grape jelly.
Or strawberry jam, either one.
Oh, you like
Smuckers.
strawberry?
I like
don't like the- I
Smuckers.
don't like the seeds.
I like
Spit 'em out.
Smuckers grape jelly.
I like
like-
strawberry jam.
Yeah, see, I'm not big. I'm allergic to strawberries.
You're not
Really?
allergic to strawberry. He
When
just
I was a
don't like
kid, I was allergic. If I eat strawberries, I'll scratch.
I love the music though.
You hear that threat? If I eat strawberries, I'll scratch. You take that back.
Yeah. So what else can we get you two to argue
Oh
about?
my God. let's have some trivia, Thanksgiving trivia fun.
All right,
Okay.
go
All
ahead.
right?
Okay.
Let's test you.
Is this going to be true or false? Or?
No, this is
Just trivia.
Thanksgiving.
True.
And it's based on Thanksgiving. All right. What year was the celebration that is most commonly considered to be the first Thanksgiving?
The third.
1492.
No,
No, no.
1602.
Yeah, was it?
You're close.
Yeah, it's 1610.
No, 1604.
No, you're not. Now you're far.
1963.
No.
It's close though.
Way before I was
add
born.
another 11 to that.
1622. 21. Okay.
21. I know.
I
it
was
in
going to
the-
say that.
Yeah, I knew it was during the Plymouth Rock time.
I know it was in Jamestown, New York.
Yeah, Jamestown, New York. First, that was 1609. Set up the
Wow.
first settlement.
This was funny. George Carlin was mentioning something. We were talking about the war. George Carlin said, "How can it be a civil war?" He goes, "Who ever heard of a war being civil?"
He was the
That is for
best
sure.
stand-up pure monologist.
He was
of
a
all time.
wordsmith.
He was a wordsmith.
Artie, go
Yeah,
on
he was.
YouTube and
Very
look up when he
intelligent.
talks about the 10 Commandments. By the time he gets done, he's only said, "You only really need 2." And he just disproves. I swear to God, he
Such
disproves
brilliant.
all 8 of them.
He never had lived. He was all scripted and it was right. It was so perfect, perfectly worded.
Phenomenal. They
Everything.
did it. They did a little.
And he was
storyboard.
animated when he delivered it, so he had both going.
And he didn't
Yeah.
go phenomena. No, no.
Phenomena.
Da-da-da-da,
I'm actually, he has an album called What Am I Doing in New Jersey that I was at. It was filmed,
Oh, that's
I
cool.
recorded at the Club Benet.
Oh, I love that place.
yeah.
I used to love that place.
I love when he goes, "Here's a person who should get hit with heavy mining equipment." He goes, "The people who go like this to pretend they're on the phone."
I love that. Club Benet. I played there as a musician. I played there as a comedian. I love that place.
Yeah.
Club Benet.
It was run down. They didn't put money into it, but just something about the place. Had an
Route
aura back
35.
then.
It was a classic joint.
I saw David Brenner there perform there many years ago.
I like David Brenner.
I saw Regis Philbin there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw Frank Marino there.
My friend manages.
I saw nobody
Regis
there.
Philbin.
All right,
Hi.
what do we
Gary
got
Mitchell.
here?
How
Gary
long-
Mitchell.
How long did the first Thanksgiving celebration last?
Oh, it depends how much they drank.
That's pre-Viagra, right?
Carlo got it. 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. 3 nights.
Under which president did Thanksgiving become an annual?
Well, probably
holiday?
Kennedy. Everybody was under
Roosevelt.
Kennedy.
Not Teddy Roosevelt. Earlier? Jackson?
No.
Lincoln.
Yes, Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Really?
1800s. Okay, so 200 years
What
later.
is the oldest Thanksgiving Day parade currently called?
The Thanksgiving
Given Day Parade.
No.
Macy's.
Macy's or Gimbals?
No.
Wait, repeat the question. What was
What
this?
is the oldest Thanksgiving Day parade currently called?
Does it say when it was?
No, well, it's the oldest, so it's the first.
Yeah, I don't know when the first one
It's
was.
called the oldest Thanksgiving Day parade.
Was it Newark? Hamburgers? What?
So
It started in Newark, no?
Oh, a bunch of dances and a bunch of cocks.
Giving thanks.
Turkeys.
no. All
The
right, I'm going to
feast.
give you the
It's
answer.
something feast.
It's 6 ABC Dunkin' Donuts Thanksgiving Day parade. That's what it's
Really?
called, Yep.
Thank God they changed the
That
name.
sucks.
Who else going to remember that?
Which president was the first to give a turkey a presidential pardon?
Oh, that's a
Eisenhower.
tradition now. That's a tradition now.
Eisenhower.
How
Roosevelt.
far back
Which
does it
the
go?
first? Not
Oh, they do that every year.
Yeah, but when did it start? George, I'll say
Kennedy.
Washington, but
F-
no,
I doubt it.
FDR.
No, not that far.
FDR.
Nixon.
No.
FDR.
Reagan.
Yes.
Reagan.
Ronald
Wow,
Reagan.
not till the 1980s.
No, that was because of his wife. His wife brought his
Nancy. Yes, please. Say no to turkeys.
What are turkey chicks called?
Turkey chicks.
Yep.
Hot. Eggless. Eggless.
Giblets.
No, but there's 2 different names for it, so either
Turkey
one.
Chickadee.
No.
Mrs. Paul's. Again.
Turkey lurkey.
Yolks.
No. Turkeylings, or pulse.
Pulse.
Yep.
It's
both
the
of
same
them.
as chickens.
I was going to say
Pulse.
bunt, but pulse is good.
Pulse. Pulse
Already?
is the answer, yeah.
What is the wobbly red piece of flesh on top of the turkey called?
Useless.
Yeah.
Wrinkled. No, I'm kidding. Gobbleneck. No, I'm kidding.
A dreidel?
Pelosi.
No.
Wait, what's the question?
What is the wobbly red piece of flesh on top of the turkey
Pelosi.
called?
The
A long chin.
I noticed too. It was a
The
Jeopardy
epiglottis.
question. No,
The outer glottis.
Extended Adam's apple.
the giblets.
No.
No, giblets down low, down below. Giblets are way down below.
How low can you go?
Yeah.
No. All right.
Turkey balls.
It's called a snood.
Oh, never
Never
heard
Me
it.
neither.
That's probably an old term they got rid of eventually.
I got a tood.
Having it because though, we didn't want me to sleep in a snood.
What state raises the most turkeys?
New Jersey.
Has to be somewhere warm.
Maryland.
No.
Has to be somewhere warm. South?
Wyoming.
No.
Is that west then?
It starts with the letter M.
Michigan? No, Michigan's too cold.
Montana.
No.
Maine.
No.
No, it has to be a
Missouri.
warmer climate.
No.
Mississippi.
No. Keep it going.
What's
Oh
the
my
we
God.
mentioned all the
Mexico.
other
New Mexico.
M.
Minnesota.
Thank you. Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
It's so cold there. How the
Yeah,
hell do they do that?
International Falls.
Keeps them indoors probably. Keeps them moving. They just eat and they get
can't
bigger and
imagine.
bigger.
I can't
They fatten
They
them
each
up.
have an individual oven.
Oh, good. What meat
That makes sense.
did the Native Americans bring to the Thanksgiving feast?
Pasta.
Venison.
Attitude.
Venison.
Very good. Venison.
Oh, I was going to say smallpox, but okay.
And what food was present at the first Thanksgiving but is rarely eaten now during the Thanksgiving season?
Maize.
Applesauce.
Spaghetti.
No.
I'm kidding.
No
That is
spaghetti.
cranberry sauce. No, they
No.
brought cranberry sauce.
Potatoes.
It has to be turkey.
Nope. No, it's rarely eating now. Like nobody. eats
Ooh.
Pig.
Tobacco?
Squash.
We actually talked about this before.
Squash. Yams.
Flying pigs.
Remember we talked about it before?
No.
Matzah.
Otherwise, we'd know the answer.
You
Is
would
it matzah?
as soon as when you hear the
Monogots.
answer, you
Gefilte
realize.
fish.
Monogots.
Seafood.
Really?
Yep, that was the first.
Hey, did I say
Thanksgiving.
gefilte fish?
And they were on boats.
See?
They were on the boats. They couldn't share some fish.
And this
What
is
selfish
a very
bastards.
interesting question. What culture produced the idea of the cornucopia, the horn of plenty?
What culture? India.
What culture?
India?
Nope.
No, not
Chinese.
okay.
I was actually surprised.
I was going to say Chinese too, but I don't. It's not,
Mexico.
No.
it's not Chinese though, right?
Oh no, African.
No.
The
Russia?
Nigerians.
Nope.
Italy?
And we also
Italy.
talked about them before. No,
I have no idea.
we
Portugal,
were talking about
Germany.
my big fat
Oh, Greek.
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 So it's Greece,
culture.
really?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Well, it makes sense. It's an old ancient civilization. That makes sense.
And that's that for my trivia.
Very good. Very nice.
Thanksgiving
Very
fun.
nice.
All right, 80s trivia. Go.
No, I
That's
don't have
it?
80s. I said I'm doing today's a Thanksgiving show.
All right, what else you got?
Oh, jeez.
I got something.
I have,
You're
I
that
have
fucking
Corbin
needy.
here.
I'll take,
I have
uh,
Steve Keller.
80s.
I have Artie Hoffman, and I have Carlo Valerio. What else do I need?
That's
Right.
right.
Well, you know something? I got an email.
You do it a lot
this-
less.
I got an email this week from Tom Collier from Held Hostage.
Collier.
They got
thought
they
it was
got a new
Collier.
song called Lightning with Ripper Owens on vocals. And if you remember Held Hostage, he does he has some songs released with Joe Lynn Turner on vocals and yeah, so you know
I used to
that's
know
brand
Joey.
new. It's in rotation on Hamilton Radio.
I used to know Joey a long time ago.
Did you know him from the scene?
He was in a group called Fandango.
Fandango. Did you know them?
We actually did one of their songs. They gave us one of their songs.
You know,
Oh, is that
Joey,
right?
Well,
Joey
Sure Got the
Gumbatz?
Power.
I'm looking-
Yeah.
Yeah. I met him like once.
Oh, okay. I never talked to Joe.
He's quiet.
Paul, you have a list?
I have loads of lists. What do you
All right,
want?
let's do a list. Anything.
I'll give you a choice of a topic.
A lisp.
Okay.
How about Cindy
Oh,
Brady?
let's do this one. This is
A
good.
lisp
We'll
or
do
a
this
lisp?
one. We'll do this
He
one.
has
This
a
is good
lisp.
A lisp.
one. Or lisp.
You got to say it with a lisp.
Okay. Now, this is by viewership.
Viewership. Okay.
Viewership. Top 10 cartoons of all time.
Wow.
Now, there's going to be some new
Looney
stuff and some
Tunes.
old stuff.
Yeah, the warning.
But this is I have 15, so I have some honorable mentions. But top 10, this top 10
Popeye.
cartoons by viewership over the years.
Looney Tunes.
Hold on, no,
Well,
call
Looney Tunes is
Bunny.
number 2.
I'm going to start off
Let me get his
with.
list. Let me get this check.
How about Popeye?
Wait.
I would actually, I said.
What are you getting your list for, Carlo?
He likes to cross off the numbers. I'm giving you the
number
top
two was what?
top 15. I'm giving you
Looney
two.
Tunes?
Two was
Yeah.
Looney Tunes.
What
Popeye.
Gisela just said. I
There's
was
going to be
actually,
15 of them.
Power Rangers.
Wait a minute. She said one before.
I said Popeye.
Number 10, Popeye.
Oh wow.
And
Well,
what'd
blow
you say?
me down. No, I'm kidding.
What'd you say? Let's go in order. What'd you
Power
say?
Rangers.
What?
Power Rangers.
No Power Rangers. I'll let you go.
Oh wait. Well, I did say Popeye. Wait.
Hope yes. No.
Cartoons. See, I'm
By viewership, not by what we like. By
Mickey
viewership.
Mouse?
I'm
He-Man.
stuck on
No Mickey Mouse.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, number 5. SpongeBob.
Oh, we're gonna have to be Simpsons then. That's been so
Simpsons
long.
is number 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Then Family Guy's got to be
Oh.
on there.
It should be. Yeah.
No Family.
Or
Oh, yes,
South-
Family Guy, number 4.
South Park too.
Family Guy,
South
number
Park.
4.
Yeah, South Park.
South
gonna
Park.
go
Yes,
that
South
way.
Park's number 8.
Where do the Flintstones rank?
Number 3.
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones.
Oh, yeah,
How
So we
absolutely.
have
about
the top 5
Jetsons?
and 8 and 10 so far.
Jetsons on there.
Jetsons number 11. Made the honorable mention.
There you go.
Okay. Super Friends.
How about Smurfs?
No.
Super Friends bummed me out.
No.
Man.
I love them.
No
They bummed me
Smurfs.
out.
No Smurfs, no Super Friends.
No Transformers.
Hey Arnold.
One, the guy did voiceover for one of these cartoons.
Oh,
we
a
interviewed.
Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain.
No.
Oh, no,
Bugs Bunny.
Animaniacs.
No,
Animaniacs,
the
number
Looney
14.
Tunes.
Animaniacs.
Love the Animaniacs. Oh my God.
Number 14.
So witty.
We had
so
him on the
clever.
show, Rob Paulson, right?
Right.
What about Transformers?
No.
More than meets the
He-Man.
Nope.
eye. No He-Man, huh?
Wacky
Wow.
Racers.
No.
Josie and the Pussycats.
No. Although I did like Josie.
How about Scooby-Doo?
Oh,
Scooby-Doo, number
Suzanne
7.
Somers.
Yes. Very good.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
How about the one that with the Mach 5?
Speed
What is it?
Racer.
Speed Racer.
Speed
Go
Racer.
Speed Racer.
No Speed Racer, no.
No Speed Racer.
Gigantor.
Nope. I hated that
Gigantor.
cartoon. That's when they first started looking strange.
Gigantor.
These things move
Any
like
any
weird.
girly ones like My Little Pony? and
Johnny
Strawberry
Quest.
Shortcake?
I don't see any like that.
Teletubbies.
All we have left.
Ew,
no.
Teletubbies is
No,
not a cartoon.
it's not a cartoon. That's characters. All we have left is number 6, number 9, 12, and 13, and 15.
How about Felix the Cat?
No, and
Oh,
I thought that was going to be up there, but you're
How
close.
about Garfield?
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Courageous
or-
Cat and Minnie
Garfield.
Mouse.
No, none of those.
No Garfield?
Courageous Cat.
Wow.
What was the?
No, but they weren't on long enough. They were on during a certain time, then it was done.
Trying
They don't show those in reruns too much. Got to think in terms of reruns too.
Hong Kong Phooey.
No,
Woody,
Underdog.
Woody Woodpecker.
no Woody Woodpecker.
No?
They don't show that much
How
anymore.
about Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry, number 6.
Wow. Very.
Tom Mongelli.
He's on there. So proud of me.
He got a call from Don Jameson, you know.
On the wrong day.
That was the highlight of his
It's so
life.
sad. I know cartoons. Not anymore.
We have 9, 12, 13, and 15.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, Gisela will get them.
I'll get them all.
Don't worry.
Well, it's not Josie and the Pussycats. You know.
No.
she's
No
Say that.
Archie, right?
No Archie.
No.
Oh wow.
Has to be. Think about stuff that had long-term, some longevity, or stuff that's kind of newer and somewhat newer, not really new. The rest of the ones are not new
Wait,
ones.
it just-
Hey Arnold.
How about Rugrats?
Rugrats.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
that's
that.
got to be up there.
Number 9.
Very good.
So you got the top 10 already. All you have left is 12, 13, and 15.
Ninja Turtles.
Yes, number 15.
Ninja Turtles. I should have
That
got
guy
that.
did the Ninja Turtles too.
Hey, Fat Albert.
No.
Hey, hey, hey.
Wasn't on long enough.
I'm Fat Albert.
It was watched heavily when it was on, but it wasn't on that long.
Yeah.
No.
You have 2 left, 12 and 13.
Wow.
And these are
Care-
one I
Care-
think you'll get. One I don't think you're
Care
gonna get.
Bears?
No.
Wow.
My
I
Little
didn't
Pony.
Care
Oh, we
Bears.
said that already.
Blues Clue.
No, that's not even a...
Gullah Gullah Island.
No.
Bubble Guppies.
One.
Clifford the Big
I
Red
think
Magician.
one of them. I think number 12. We interviewed the guy who did the voice for one of these characters on this one. I think.
Clifford the Big Red Magician.
No, Clifford the Big Red Dog. But no.
Huckleberry Hound.
Nope.
Snagglepuss.
Yogi Bear?
No.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Peter Potamus and the Hippo Hurricane Holler.
Oh, gee! Gorilla.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, that's right.
Baba Louie.
What about McGilla?
McGilla and People's Pet Shop.
I don't
with
think. I
OG.
don't think you're gonna get these two. I don't.
He
We
had an-
haven't.
Well, are they current or are they like past?
I can't believe
They're
that.
both not current, but they're not that far back.
They must have had an Italian create that show because OG. Her name
Wait
was
till your
OG.
father gets home.
He's
said
not,
they're
my
not
father.
bad.
My father's not alive.
Oh,
He ain't coming home. If he comes home, that's to be a hell of a.
HR Puffin stuff.
No.
Inspector Gadget. Do do do.
No.
Inspector Gadget.
I'm
Oh
not just
no,
kidding.
wait! I
think
got
that's
it.
again.
No,
I
no,
got
give
it.
us the
I got
decade.
it. I got it.
Give us
Mr. Magoo.
No.
What the fuck?
Give us the
Another
decade.
thing that was only a small time period.
Oh,
They were-
MG.
Give us the decade if you could.
I think this is the 90s, maybe the early 2000s. Both of these.
Mr. Magoo
Both
was
of these.
way before that.
I know my kids were little when these were on.
Barney.
Power Rangers.
No.
Did you say we
Well,
talked
Power Rangers
Transformers?
Barney's not a
on there?
cartoon. What?
Power Rangers wasn't on there. 'Cause that
No
was a good one.
Transformers. Okay.
Are they boy cartoons or girl cartoons? How about She-Ra, He-Man?
One could be
Transformers?
both, and one's definitely guy kind of thing.
Trolls.
No. Okay, I'll give you a hint on number 13 because I don't think anybody's going to number 13.
Okay.
They made a card series out of it. Cards, you like cards?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I'm thinking. I know exactly what you're talking about.
If you don't get that on that hint, I'll give you another hint that'll give it
No,
away.
that's it.
Poker Face.
Po-
No, I'm kidding.
Pokemon.
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 That's
We're going to see
there
number
you go.
13.
Wow, how did we miss that?
Well, because that's something you think of.
That's-
Because it's young
that's my
generation.
That's a huge
That's my
thing.
kids' age
I
stuff.
should
They
know
were
that.
little.
No, but I know it.
Talk about
That's so
my
big that I have heard of it. You know?
Yeah. Well, this one, you got next one, number 12, the last one. You've heard of it. I'm just surprised nobody's guessed it.
Oh boy.
It was kind of really popular, but I didn't know how popular it was, but it made this list.
But it's a cartoon.
It's a cartoon. I've seen clips of it, but I've never really watched it.
Hanna-Barbera World of Super Adventure.
No.
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 Little Rascals Go Cartoon.
Oh, Shazam.
No.
Captain Caveman.
I'll give you a hint. Starts with an F.
Felix.
Fantastic Four.
No.
Not Felix.
Flintstones. We said that.
We said Flintstones. That was number
3.
F.
One word.
Fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Fun
That was the
bags.
other side. That was the
Fraggle
other channel.
Rock?
Wrong channel.
Fraggle Rock.
No.
Frankenstein.
Fandango.
No, Fandango's the name of a movie.
That's Joe Turner's band.
I want to stuff you. I can't believe you tried.
I
to
can't
stuff my-
believe it.
You tried to stuff my.
Frankenberry.
I might as well just tell you.
Foo-foo.
No, don't tell us.
Yeah, tell us.
Give us the second
No.
letter
Foo-foo.
of the F.
It's one word. Starts with an F.
And
What's the
ends
second
with-
letter?
It's not that. It's not really that far into the past. That's my hint.
It's not far in the past.
That's my hint. It's not that far into the past.
Not the Fantastic Four.
Future? Futurama?
Futurama,
Good
number
job.
12.
Never would have.
I can't. I can't.
I know. I wouldn't have guessed.
I
it.
can't
we
get
had,
past Fat Albert though. It's like, does this smell like clover performed by Tuba?
We had John Bender.
Well, that's what he said.
John DiMaggio. He played Bender the Robot.
That's
what
what
I
he
said.
said. He
I
said
said we
that.
had a guest on. I just didn't remember his name.
He said that. So
I didn't want to say robot because that would have given it
Oh,
away
let's
too.
do another list because
Come on, give us another one, Paul.
They were fun.
Give us a few steps there, Spider.
Come on.
Okay, here's something that's easy. It's very festive this time of year. Okay, this is gonna be very easy, but it's a fun subject for this time of year because everybody goes there.
Sister Mary Elephant.
Now this is by Visits. Top 10 things to do in New York City. And this is by the amount of visits.
Rockefeller
holidays?
Center.
Whoa, slow down, everybody. You're going to hit me with all
Hold up.
Holidays
really
or all
easy.
year round?
All year round. The most visited
The Twin Towers.
things to go to.
Zero.
World Trade Center was
Ground
number
zero.
4.
I would
Really?
say the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty, number 1. Top 10 things to do in the city.
The
Central
Blarney
Park.
Stone.
Central Park.
Central Park is number 3.
Definitely Central Park.
The Broadway shows.
Rockefeller Center.
Broadway Play, number 6.
Radio City.
No.
Lincoln Center.
Little Italy,
Nope.
Chinatown.
Did we do Rockefeller Center yet?
It's not on
That's
there.
not on there.
Empire State Building.
What?
Empire State Building, number 2. You got the top 4. And
The
you got,
top of the rock.
you got the top 4 and number
That's
6
on the
already.
Empire State Building.
Yeah, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow. The Bowery,
No.
The Met.
No.
Lincoln Center.
Madison Square Garden.
No. You're close. You're in the right kind of game now, though. Lincoln Center. That was close. You're getting there.
Columbus Circle.
No. Dude, I know here. Would you say? Would you say?
The Garden.
No.
Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Deli.
It should be on
Second
there.
Avenue Deli.
Should be on there.
The Waldorf Astoria.
Don't forget this is by visits.
The Ritz.
Did we do the Twin Towers?
Yes, that was number 4.
Oh, the Kramer reality tour.
That's so great. I would love to go on that. Just to see
I
him.
did. It was really good.
That'd be
it was
fun.
fun.
That'd
It
be
was
fun.
very
The
fun.
Bowery
An hour?
To
Electric.
see where the Nazi soup kitchen is. and
Was
we
it
hung
like an
out in the
hour? Like an
restaurant.
hour about?
Yeah.
The
All
Verrazano
right.
Bridge.
How about Seaport?
I'm sorry. You said Seaport?
Sorry.
No.
South Street Seaport.
Verrazano?
No.
Wow, he knows
That's not New
Seaport.
York City.
No, where's it?
Staten
That's
Island
in Staten
and
Island.
Long
It's
Island.
Brooklyn.
That's not New York City?
No.
No.
Oh, you mean Manhattan?
Yeah.
New York City, the
Ah,
island,
okay.
New York City.
Um,
That's just a borough you're naming.
What about
Carolines.
Chelsea Pier?
Carolines.
No, none of those.
Wow.
the
I can't believe you're missing one of the main places that people go to in New York City.
the
I know.
the Battery.
Goes to show you I don't go anywhere. Intrepid.
No.
No.
Go into the Holland Tunnel.
Yeah, but it's not in there.
Alphabet City. No.
Think of places.
Canal Street.
That's a town. That's a street.
I
but
know,
no.
but that's where you
Washington
go for
Square
all the good
Park.
Yeah.
sales.
What's that?
Crackland.
Wait, I got it. 100%.
Macy's.
Museum of Natural History.
Yes, number 8.
MoMA.
How about Macy's? A Miracle on 33rd Street?
Planetarium.
No.
No.
Planetarium's not really in New York City. It's on the. Isn't
It's
it?
not.
It's on that island between New Jersey and New York.
Museum of Modern Art.
It's like it's
No,
almost.
that's the Liberty Center. That's the
Isn't that where
Liberty
that?
Center.
Isn't that where that is?
No.
Planetarium.
No, the planetarium.
No,
there's a
Hayden
The
Planetarium.
Hayden Is that planetarium?
Yeah, Hayden.
where's
one
that?
in New York City.
In Columbus, near Columbus.
The Museum
Not
of
sure
Modern
where it is.
Art.
I know it's in New York
No.
City. There's a
No. The Guggenheim.
No.
Guggenheim.
Bundt cake.
Punch cake.
That's the part of the
How
city that has
about
the hole in the
Times
middle.
Square?
Macy's.
Where?
Macy's.
Times Square, number 5. I was waiting for someone to come up with that one.
Macy's.
Everybody goes to Times
Had a
Square.
brain fart.
Macy's.
We said Macy's. No.
Penn Station.
No.
Short.
People
Show
try to
World.
avoid Penn Station.
The subway. No, I'm
Show
kidding.
World in Times Square.
Grand Central Station.
You got 3 left. 7, 9, and 10.
You know, that's the post office. That's not the train station.
What is?
Oh, you were close with the post office. You're close.
Grand Central Terminal.
No.
The library.
Library, the New York Public Library.
Oh,
number
that
9.
is a really good.
Number
place
9.
To be, the library. Yeah.
Yeah, number 7 and number 10.
NYU.
No. Think religious.
Oh, St.
Oh, St.
Patrick's
Patrick's
Cathedral.
Cathedral.
Number
Very
10.
good.
All you left is number 7. And it's kind of not fair because it's not in New York City, but it connects New York City.
And not Ellis Island.
No.
Well, that's Statue of Liberty
Yeah.
isn't in New York City.
Yeah, but it's
It's
part.
Ellis
It's
Island
considered part of New
on
York
there?
City, though.
I know it's considered, but it's not.
It's not
New
any of the
Jersey.
boroughs. It's New York City.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Ellis Island?
No,
No.
we know.
The
Governor's
Battery.
Island.
The Battery Tunnel.
Wait,
Lincoln Tunnel.
are you saying just in Manhattan or all 5 boroughs?
It says to do in New York
In
City.
New York City.
So it's
So
kind
it's
of
not
vague.
Yeah.
It's kind of vague, but
Uh,
it's a bridge.
really?
Name one.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge. Most people just go there just to see the Brooklyn
Yeah.
Bridge because it's in so many
How
movies.
deep is your
Really?
love? No.
Part of it's in the city, but it's only half of it's in the city, half it's in
Cool.
Brooklyn.
I figure they want to jump over the bridge,
A lot of people do that too.
or they want to buy the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh my God.
Billy Milko says, give beer to panhandlers.
That's right. That's
You can.
what street was that?
I've been
again?
approached.
Buy a bum a beer.
Second
St. Bart's
Ave.
Place.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
There's another one. It's number 11, 42nd Street.
Yeah,
So I know
it's all cleaned up.
Well, that's Times Square, actually.
we have the Thanksgiving feast coming in. everyone always has a traditional movie they watch for Thanksgiving. What would be your go-to movie for Thanksgiving?
March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Definitely when I'm in the
I
morning.
haven't
in the
seen
morning.
it.
If I'm watching TV in the morning, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's
I won't.
my-
I haven't seen it,
I
but I
haven't
might
seen
try to fit it in tomorrow.
How about It's a Wonderful Life?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite movie of all time.
Not at Thanksgiving though.
Usually, that's
I
when
watch it
starts.
Thanksgiving, Christmas. I
Yeah.
watch it every time it's on.
No,
if I'm not
yeah.
doing anything,
I,
I'm
I
watching
like
it.
It's a Wonderful Life and A Miracle on 34th.
If I'm going through the channels and that's on, I'll watch the rest of it.
I love watching Christmas Story. I really do. I love
Do you
that.
watch the Hallmark Channel?
Not
Speaking
too much.
of,
not that I have, I
No,
don't
I
have
don't.
nothing
I'm
against
just
it. I
wondering.
just
Artie, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
yeah.
Die Hard?
Oh,
Die
no, wait.
Sorry, time's up.
With what's his name? Will Ferrell.
Oh,
Elf?
Elf. That's a great
Love
movie.
it.
That's a great movie.
Love it.
That is a
Makes me
great
laugh.
movie. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Love it.
You, Joe?
Very well written.
My favorite is Miracle on 34th Street.
That's a great movie.
Oh,
Natalie
wait.
Wood is a little girl.
You
You know
like
when
what?
you say when you
It's a
see the
Wonderful
little
Life?
guy.
Edwin Gwynn is as
When you see
Santa.
the little guy, go ahead. Say Elf again. He goes, he's an angry. Dude,
Right.
you saw him.
Yeah, running down the table.
First time I saw that, I cried laughing.
It's a great movie.
Steve, what about you?
What do you say?
Probably It's a Wonderful Life, but I don't
You
know
too?
many.
You too, Paul?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life.
my
It's
favorite movie.
awesome.
You know what I'm going to
Mike
say, right?
Lepowski, Bad Santa.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say.
What?
Grinch.
For
Favorite
Christmas
movie?
Vacation?
Yeah.
yeah,
Christmas
one?
Vacation?
you would say the Christmas Vacation? No.
No.
What?
The Christmas Shoes.
Oh, well,
I don't even know
that's
what that
so
is.
sad.
Oh, my
Oh, that's
God.
not like a sad movie on Christmas.
No, it's a very touching story. You got to
It's
watch
very
it.
sad.
Why you always got to do negative
It's
shit?
very
It's
sad.
not negative. It's a great story.
And the second favorite's Old Chef.
It's a beautiful. it is a beautiful story.
Old
but
Yeller.
It is so sad.
It's with Rob Lowe.
It's very
It's
sad.
about
when
a
he
young
shoots the
kid.
dog.
His mom is a teacher, and she finds out she's gonna.
This is
she's
sad.
got-
Can we not talk about
She's
sad
got an
shit?
illness, and
We talked about this.
the kid knows his mom's gonna die, so he tries
Merry
to
Christmas,
save up
Sam.
So
money.
he just
to-
wants to buy her a pair of Christmas shoes, okay?
so
In
she
a
can look
nutshell.
nice when she goes to meet
I
Jesus.
It's a
remember
tearjerker.
that.
It's
I
a fucking
remember
And then
tearjerker.
they
Yes.
made the song about it.
I remember that.
And he
I
wants
remember
he
that.
wants her to look nice when she goes to meet Jesus. So he wants to buy her these shoes. And he goes to the store. He doesn't have enough money. So Rob Lowe
Buys a loaf of
lends
rye
him
bread.
the
and goes
money.
home.
Then at the end of the movie, he's sitting in the cemetery visiting his mother, and the guy comes to visit the stone next door, and it winds up being the kid that he gave the money
You know what
to.
would be nice? You should really watch A Christmas Carol and like just live that.
I love the one with Alistair Sim.
love it.
Alistair
The
Sim is the
original-
best
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Best one. When he starts laughing at when he
My
turns.
new, wait, I just thought about my new favorite Christmas. Charlie Brown Christmas.
No.
Christmas time.
My second favorite
I'm only
would
kidding.
be Scrooged with Bill Murray.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
I love that movie. I watch that every year. Me and my kids watch it every year.
I like when the guy goes, I can't seem to get these antlers on it. He goes, have you tried Staples?
Guns, yeah.
And I do
Only
love,
Bill Murray could play that part that way.
even Home Alone.
That's a great movie
I
too.
love it.
It's a great
I love
movie.
it,
Great movie.
you know?
He gives the kid, he goes, here, he goes, 5 pounds of veal. He goes, how much that's worth? 5 pounds of veal?
It's a great movie. And that's Bill Murray's brother playing his father.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a great movie.
It's nice just to get in the mood. It's part of tradition just to sit back and watch.
Yeah,
even
certain-
if you're not even like watching
Oh, you
it,
know
just
what
to hear
movie
it
I
in the
love
background.
watching?
You know?
I don't know if this is Christmas, but or Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
Christmas, but it's a great
That is
movie.
a great
I
movie.
love
Yeah,
watching.
that's
great-
February 2nd.
Yeah.
Christmas is December 25th.
Right after the New Year.
Yeah, it's
I
a,
know
that,
what made me think of
that's
that.
a
but-
that's a goal for the
Because it's like right after the New Year.
No, it is a
and
good
it's-
movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It's
I
so
liked
funny.
March of the Wooden Soldiers on Thanksgiving.
I've never
when
seen
I was a
it,
kid,
though,
I
man.
used to watch it all the time.
Because
That's
my
what
mo-
I'm saying.
I'll never forget
Laurel
the
Hardy.
first time I saw March of
I
Wooden
don't really
Soldiers.
didn't
great
study
I'm,
their
I'm
work.
relaxing.
I knew
on the couch
Cal Burnett.
watching it.
Oh my God.
Both my parents would never just fall asleep. And they never take naps, and I was gackling. I was laughing so hard in the living room.
Well, my mom
And they
reminds me
come
of one
out
of
to
them
wake-
bogeymen.
Aw. You don't even want to meet his mom. Hi, Darlene. Happy Thanksgiving, girl.
Hi, Dar. You better come on
Hi,
the
darling.
18th to our Christmas
Oh,
party.
speaking
Big
of
Christmas
which,
party.
we're having a Christmas party.
December
It's going to
18th.
be on December 18th.
Mandatory attendance.
It's a
So-
Oh,
Wednesday.
I thought it was February 2nd.
Yeah, right.
No, so please
Yeah, it's gonna be
April
fun.
mark your
16th.
calendars. We would love.
We
to
can fit
meet
40
all of you.
people in here.
Yes.
And if you can't
Just
fit,
like the debonair.
Gene has 2 laps, so we could always occupy one at
We
a
have plenty
time.
of room. We'll fit back.
Don't
At his
worry.
birthday, we had like 40 people in here.
We're going to make sure that we have, Gene's going to have an ironed shirt on Christmas. We're going to make sure he
We're
has
having
it.
an ugly sweater party, ugly dress,
It's gonna be hot
or
in here with a
whatever
sweater on, man.
holiday that you want to wear. Even if you want to wear a guinea tee with like a couple of balls on it.
And
What's with the balls?
Our
Yeah,
buddy,
she likes balls, I'm telling you.
Our buddy Paul Palumbo's going.
Rice
I have to
balls,
stick with
buddy
the
balls.
motif.
Tell them to bring at least one plain pie.
Matzo balls.
Just one
Whatever
plain
balls
pie.
you want to wear.
I just want one piece of pizza that day.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Bring a
he
plain
hears you.
pie. Bring one plain pie. Paul.
Oh, could we call him really fast? It's
Go ahead.
9:13.
It's too late.
No,
They
it's
close.
Oh, you wanna send
but
a
they,
pizza
but they don't
to
answer the
your-
phone after 9
Try,
o'clock.
try.
Send a pizza
What's
to
the
your
number?
ex-husband.
Try.
What's the number?
They're cleaning up. They're not going to answer.
Hey, Gene, call the number.
Remember, he wouldn't
Try,
call last
try,
week at
try.
9:15.
Try.
Yeah.
He told me he was there from 9:27. So let's try.
Yeah, but they don't answer the phone.
This'll
They're not
be-
having no
this'll be
deliveries.
A good test to see if he's not.
No, he's there. He's there.
Carla, call Carol Burnett.
Yeah, right.
Right, imagine.
He's there, but they don't.
So
they,
let's-
they
Go
ahead, give me the
can't do
number.
deliveries anymore, so they're not going to answer the phone.
Go ahead.
Give me the number.
Give the number.
Hold on. 347-215-2210.
I'll take
2210.
That's right. Can we play
for
some?
200. I like celebrity. Jeopardy.
2210.
Yeah.
Oh, March of the Wooden Soldiers.
For them to get back to us, it's going to take at least.
Here we go.
Can we have this played during Christmas?
Let's see. If he'll,
February 2nd.
I feel like we should be doing some kind of a
we have to do the
Macarena.
little, the limbo.
Macarena of some sort.
Sicilian with extra cheese.
Tell you, they're not going to answer. They don't answer after a certain
Yeah,
time.
they're a partner.
You can't blame them because they don't want to do deliveries after 9:30.
No, I
They close at
know.
9:30. We have to call them before 9 o'clock if you want them to
Day
answer the
before
phone.
Thanksgiving. I told him.
And
that we were
all
gonna
through the
call.
house.
He was a tester. He didn't follow.
Try it again, Gene.
We'll call him next week before 9 o'clock. He'll
He's
answer the
probably
phone.
doing some catering.
So Robert Lewis says he likes to watch March of the Wooden Soldiers, and that's
Yes.
on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. For those of you
Awesome.
who like to watch it.
The Three Little Pigs. I love the
The
Three
Three
Little Pigs
Little
in that
Pigs.
movie.
The tree. Tree Little Pigs.
What is the premise of the movie, or do I
Okay,
just gotta
there's this
watch
big
it?
toy. They're supposed to make small wooden soldiers for Santa. Laurel Hardy worked in the shop.
Okay.
They accidentally make, instead of 3 foot by whatever it was, they made 6 foot by something. They made all these giant soldiers.
Oh my God.
There's a bad guy who's like in charge of all the mortgages.
Mr. Barnaby.
He's the bad guy.
He
He's the bad
wants
guy.
to marry Mary.
It's like a kid's fable, but done in the
Okay.
movie.
It's actually taken from the
very
movie
good.
Babes in Toyland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind of a thing. And the soldiers, of course, help to defeat the bad guys because they're all.
You know what I thought of when
the
you
head
just
comes
gave
off
me
on the
that
one soldier?
description?
Oh my God.
When
is that?
Black Sabbath had Ian Gillan doing vocals,
Right.
they did a Stonehenge, and they
Okay.
drew it out on a napkin for the artists and the
Spinal
people.
Tap.
Yeah, but it was the opposite.
They made a big
These
giant one.
Stonehenges were huge. They couldn't even fit in the football stadiums.
Right.
And Spinal Tap took that and reversed it.
Yeah, reversed it. Yeah. That was funny. That little thing comes down. Heavy metal group. That was like Ozzy when the Sharon had this bubble machine. He goes, "I'm the Prince of Darkness. I can't have bubbles. I can't have bubbles."
I'm the fucking Prince of Darkness.
Sharon. I can't have bubbles on my show.
All right, Paul, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If I said, if you owned a pizzeria, just say you.
Yeah.
And I said, give me some fusillis with a side of meatballs and some pot cheese. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
What'd you say?
I just never heard of pot cheese. So
Never
here we
heard
go
of it in
again.
her life.
Yeah, but she's not a pizzeria owner.
I never ate it.
And I'm not a friggin', I'm
Has
a
nothing to
She
do
heard of
with
meatballs.
It has nothing to do with being a pizzeria owner.
I don't know.
I didn't grow up that way,
Oh.
I grew up with
Yeah,
guineas. As
f-
a kid.
Because we went to
focaccia bread is it's without the mozzarella. It's just the sauce on the
What's that?
the pizza without the
Without
cheese,
the mozzarella. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, but I
Everybody
went
makes it
to,
different.
We went to La Vita Mia, and I says, Paul, make me a stromboli, but throw in a lot of
So
pot
for the
cheese.
record,
He's
Paul
like, what
didn't
the
even
fuck
know
is
what
pot
pot
cheese?
cheese was.
To us, when I
It's
went to
mozzarella- it's
ShopRite, the
ragout.
lady didn't know
Father
what
ate that
Ragout.
all the time.
It's ragout.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's ragout.
I want him.
Next
to,
time you tell him put bacon in there.
Did
you'll
you
like that
dine
bacon.
and dash?
Yeah. Gene, try that number one more time.
He's not going to answer it.
Yeah, he will.
Maybe. I doubt
And for
it.
you playing along at home, listen to our
Yeah.
ringtone.
Paul, if you're listening to us, we're calling you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, better answer.
That'd
your,
be us
So
calling
I
you
want
right
the
now.
answer to the Carlo dine and dash or what?
No. Why would we dine and dash?
I don't know.
So, okay.
I'll never catch you.
For all these guys here that lived their life, apparently, and had such experience, what did you do on Thanksgiving Eve?
I used to do shows usually. I used to.
Yeah, if I
There's not a
wasn't.
big night anymore for comedy. It used to be.
Yes,
Not
if,
anymore.
if I wasn't booked, we were out clubbing. That's the hottest club night of the year. Everybody's out.
Really?
Not me.
Oh yeah, still is
I
in a
never
lot
knew
of
that
circles.
until now.
For music it is. Music. In a band, we played all the time.
We used to go out to Long Island to this club, and back then when you had
Hammerheads?
Zachary's and Oz.
Okay.
And back then you used to have to wear a jacket to get in these places, so that's why it was cool. There was no riffraff in there.
I would love to open a club. If I had the money and I didn't have to worry about money, it was just a tax write-off, I'd open a beautiful, nice nightclub. Looks like the Tropicana back in the day with Ricky Ricardo, but you had to wear a suit to get in. The woman had to get dressed.
Right. That's great.
Well, if I had
would
money
love
like that, and
Go
I
back
wanted
to
to, I would open up like a TGIF club, like the retro disco. With
So you're only open on Fridays?
no, no, but I would do like a disco. With
Are
the
most supermarkets
traditional
open
dis-
on Thanksgiving?
Only in the morning.
Most what stores?
Up until like 12 or 1 o'clock.
Some
usually
are
afternoon.
open, and they're having Black Friday on things like Walmart's open
I'm
tomorrow.
talking on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for like a certain amount of
Walmart's
hours.
at 6 o'clock.
Just early, yeah.
Well,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
Wawa is open.
Yeah.
Well, they
24
have,
hours.
They have no choice. Those
7-Eleven.
Why?
Certain places, Monahan's used to be open all 24 hours. I mean, for that
On
too.
Thanksgiving?
No, but that's their
It's
policy.
retail. It's a big retail day.
But it's
But
Yeah,
it's food.
But
it's food.
Wawa, that's their store.
Food and gas. They're not going to not sell it.
That's their business model.
Food and
I don't
gas,
agree with it.
indigested.
Then what they do is they take the shifts and they just rotate them so everybody has part of Thanksgiving. You don't work a lot of hours. You just
You're
work
just mad because you burned your hand in 7-Eleven.
Hey! Like, why do we gotta keep talking about this, man?
One time when I was a kid, they used to be a big department store and food store and everything attached called Times Square in Long Island. And there used to be a pretzel machine in the middle. And when you first go in the lobbies, all the food you could buy, like fast food shit, like pretzels, that kind of stuff. And one time, me and my friend went there, and we smoked. And we were really high. And I'm sitting there, we're starting to talk to our friend who was working there. And I was like, what's that burning? It was me. I leaned against the hot pretzel machine. I burnt my arm. I didn't even know it.
Oh, my God.
Because you're high, you don't feel it right away. You go, holy shit. So it shows you,
my
don't get
God.
high and go to pretzel machines.
Your skin burnt or the clothes burnt?
Oh, I burnt my, no, it was a short sleeve shirt.
Oh, my
It was
God.
summertime. I burnt my arm. I had like this permanent scar for a long time until it finally went away.
God.
He's not going to answer the
Yeah,
fucking phone.
dude.
Unless he knows we're calling him. He ain't calling. He ain't answering. He's home. He's on his way home. He worked all day. You think he feels like sticking around answering the phones in case somebody wants to make an order?
Yeah.
So he lied to us.
No,
He
he's
said-
open until 9:30. He'll close the door at 9:30 and lock it.
He said
but
to
until-
me-
but he'll
If
take
we
stop taking
walk
orders at
in,
a certain
we
time.
could-
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
just set the record straight. We went to visit him this week,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him we called. He said, "What time did you call?" I said, "We called around like 9:30."
No,
he
it was
goes, "Well,"
quarter after,
So he goes,
actually.
"Well, I was there until 9:27."
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, but he's not going to answer the phone.
So he said he didn't hear the phone ring.
Right.
Carla, why don't you
So I
just
don't know.
text him then?
Yeah, right.
Text his cell
That's
phone.
all right.
So I was laughing. So I said, "We're gonna try."
Why
and
do we
call
want
you
to bother
again."
him?
Oh, it's just funny. We didn't really want to bother him. We wanted to get his son.
Right.
Because remember the last time he
I
didn't
got him
answer?
good. I got him
It was
good.
really funny.
I want the junker pie. I want a junker pie. 3 junker pies.
I worked for a lot of places in my life. I mean, a lot of places. I've never worked at a pizzeria, though.
What's the
No.
worst
I would eat
job
all
you
day.
ever had?
I would eat every day.
The worst job that I ever had? Wow. I've had 21 different jobs in my life.
Really?
So you're well rounded.
Yeah,
yeah.
Before I started working for myself, I had 21 different jobs.
Wow.
What was the worst one? I would say being a district manager for other newspaper boys and newspaper.
Oh, that's
owners.
rough.
I've
Oh,
done that
really?
for
To
20
keep
years.
up
It's like
that with
babysitting.
them.
That's
It
babysitting.
was a pain in the ass.
What was the favorite job you had besides being a psychic? What's your favorite job?
What was my favorite? Oh God, I had so many of them. God, I don't
The
know.
peeping Tom.
I
No,
enjoyed
okay.
everything. No, let's see. I have to really think about it.
Okay, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you, Artie.
Thank you.
Well,
I know. I
you
enjoyed,
have
no.
a question from
I worked
Robert
at gas stations. I worked
you.
at restaurants. I worked as a landscaper. I worked at construction, cleaning up construction.
They're both
The
hard.
guy-
Those are both hard work
Let me
jobs.
tell you something. When I worked cleaning up construction,
That's
the-
rough.
Oh, no, but that was one of the. I laughed the most because the
Okay,
guy who I
because
was
your crew,
working for
right.
was so insanely funny.
Right.
I literally was laughing every day. But yet, the worst job I had was probably construction again.
Right.
As a laborer in Florida when I was 19 years old.
Oh, in the heat and working
the
on.
heat,
Oh,
hated it.
God.
Hated it.
Wow.
Hated it.
What'd you say, Giselle?
Okay, so Robert Lewis has a question for Paul. He wants
Okay.
to know, did you ever hear of a band, Daybreak? They were always at Temps in the early 80s.
I never saw them, but I remember the name.
I remember.
I
the
do
name.
remember the name. I remember seeing the name places, but I never saw them. Though.
I remember Crystal Ship.
Well, of course.
How many jobs have you had in your life?
None really.
Just
other
entertainment, right?
Just entertainment, yeah.
Really?
I never
And
had a
you were
full-time
in the
job.
Army,
Really?
right?
I was Navy.
Navy.
I was in the Navy. I don't count that as a job. What I did, I was.
Well,
I I got trained very well. I got really good training, and I was CTI, became an NSA.
Were you a
so-
performer on the?
He
on
knew
the
how to do the
ship?
YMCA.
I was in the Navy rock band.
Really?
I was, yeah. I played bass in the Navy rock band.
No
I love
kidding.
playing bass. Bass is fun. It's percussion, man.
I like what you said about Jimmy. Yeah, my bass player. It's like all you see is bass and beard.
Yeah. Bass and beard.
Bass and beard, man.
What's
Reminds me of
your
the guy in the
hey?
movie.
What's your favorite song with the bass? Like, what's your favorite bass sounding song?
No, what song I used to well, I like jazz stuff for bass. I mean, bass, jazz.
My
is great.
favorite song for bass is "Very Superstitious."
That's
Yeah,
a great.
that's a
great
great
bass song. Yeah.
Oh, love
Any of that
listening
kind of stuff is going to be good. Motown stuff is good for bass. Jazz stuff is good for bass. I also that Billy Joel, The Stranger. Listen to the bass in that song. Boom, ding, boom. I mean, that's a great bass line. And that McCartney's bass on Penny Lane. Listen to that run that he plays. And McCartney never always played the root notes. He always had like little things that were just different. Just
about
he
you,
played
Steve?
different than anybody
What
else.
bass?
Yeah.
Bass. Dennis Dunaway. Everything he plays is very original. He's not your standard bass player.
Yes, they played a 1/5. Yeah.
From the Alice Cooper group. If you listen to 18, it's just a couple of chords in E, but he's like going
moving, he's
in
making
the
a move.
opposite direction you'd expect.
And a band we talked about before had one of the best bass players I ever heard in my life. Believe it or not, Iron Butterfly. If you listen listen to the bass line. He don't play boom beam. He's constantly moving. They did a mellow song called "Flowers and Beads." Just listen to the bass line in that song. You will be holy.
You know what I
shit.
liked? Kind of newer '80s Eruption.
Eruption. I remember
The
Eruption.
bass line?
Yeah, Van Halen.
I know the band, but I'm trying
Michael
to think.
Anthony's a very good bass player. He plays.
Michael Anthony is awesome.
He plays off the root too.
Michael Anthony is the
a good, great voice
the,
too.
Yeah, I was going to say
high
he's a
part.
very important part of that
Oh yeah,
sound.
he sings the high parts, man. But his bass lines, he's another guy that doesn't play the root. He moves all down.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
moves around. I like that.
Well, Eddie Van Halen, everybody thinks of him as the best lead guitar player ever. He's the best rhythm player ever.
Yeah.
He's really something.
And he has his own style. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not like anybody else. He
No,
plays his own
he mixes his
style. Yeah,
leads on
certain
his
guys
rhythms.
have their own styles. He's one of those guys.
And well, since we did Billy Gibbons, man, they had a lot of cool. They have that signature. What is it? The Les Paul gives them that sound.
Well, Pearly Gates, yeah.
Yeah. That's they
They
had
had
a,
they had that sound. There's
That was a
certain
good
sound.
interview. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
very
that-
proud
He's
of
a
him.
great guy.
He's very
I wish
cool.
I could have been here
cool.
for that.
Very, very easy, free flowing conversation.
I'm sorry to
Could
miss
talk
that
with
one.
him for hours.
Yeah, definitely. All the
And
knowledge
they
he
were
has.
like snowed in too.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so funny. There was like a 90-year-old woman that answered the phone or something. Hello? I'm like, is Billy home?
Stop it. That was
That's
his
my
daughter.
dad. I'll get him.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That was his daughter.
I don't know who it was, but it was just funny.
That's funny.
And then he
Oh,
had phone.
Carlo, you have
He thought we were telemarketers. He gets on the phone. This is Gibbons.
a D Train. You want to talk about? Or no.
Who?
D Train.
I'll be sitting in with Jerry on the 17th. She's got the. You remember D Train?
I remember the name, but I don't remember.
He's got that song. It was a disco song. You're the one for me.
How could be a melody?
Did you get through to her publicist?
Sounds like a Morse code.
And shout out loud. you're-
Telegraph.
No, it was like shout out loud. You're the one for.
If I heard it, I probably
It's a
remember.
disco
I know
song.
that. I know the name. I just don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
Hey,
Definitely heard
Carlo,
her.
did you get through to her publicist?
Who?
Jerry's.
Oh yeah.
I sent her a message saying I'd like to do this show. She said, "Oh, send your information to my publicist." It's like,
Does she-
you know what?
Wait, does she
Nah.
realize? Like, does she realize who you are though?
No, and I don't care. Sorry, Jerry.
She's no, because she's very like, organized and stuff.
Well, she's not that organized.
Well, she is, but she probably doesn't realize who you are.
Right.
You know who I am?
Well, everybody has a screen.
Do you know who I am? You know who my mother is?
Know what
the
I
thing
can
is,
know what
I
I can have
don't-
done to you.
You know what it is? I'm so busy. I don't care.
I like Angel Salazar when he does a bit about the Italians. They ask so many questions when you're in trouble. You know who I am? You know who my brother is? Like, just sit there.
I like Angel.
By the time you're done, you don't even know why you're mad.
I was going to play Las Vegas with J-Lo, but I told them no. I want to be in the pizzeria in Bayville.
But I got a call from this place.
And I said, fuck it. No.
Yeah, I want to be with my 40
Check
friends.
it out.
I called the promoter. I asked him, "What's the weather?" He says, "We got 5 feet of snow." He goes, "Fuck you! I'm 4'9".
My friend used to get calls from Danny C. You know Danny
Oh,
C. You met
Danny,
Danny. He used to get calls from, can you pick me up? I'm a stranded. I'm a stranded.
I remember one time he comes running into Bananas. He's like, "I'm sorry, Harlan, I'm here." He's
That's
like,
my show.
Oh, shit.
He shows up in the lobby before the show. He goes, Harlan, really sorry. Call up Poughkeepsie, tell him I'm going to be late. He says, first of all, you're not playing Poughkeepsie, and you're playing here, and it's not till next week. Wrong place, wrong week. I said, oh, my God.
You know, when I met him was at the in Nutley or Belleville at the roast at the. At that celebrity party. Me and Steve from Rip were sitting outside. We had a couple of beers. He was walking across the street.
Drunk.
A bus was screeching to a halt.
He's got the bag with him.
Yeah,
he's in
we thought
traffic.
he was some homeless dude.
I thought he was going to get hit. I thought he was going to get hit by a car.
Oh, you were out there with us.
and I had to pay the cab driver that brought him
Oh,
there.
my
$65 or something.
He almost got hit by a car. He was drunk.
Where did he come in from? From Palo Alto?
No, he was
Where the hell he came in from?
That's when
From
he was living in
Guatemala.
the Bronx. Yeah.
Me and Steve just thought he was going to get creamed.
Oh, my God.
You couldn't even see him. He's like waving.
He was
to the
definitely
bus
high.
driver.
I don't know what
Oh,
I'm what,
yeah.
but he was high.
Yeah.
When isn't he?
Oh, but he was really high. He's cleaned himself up a lot more since
Yeah,
then.
no, he did.
A lot
It's
more.
funny when he tells the story how he got here because he grew up in Guantanamo Bay in Cuba.
Yeah.
And when he was a child, he couldn't speak good English. He was 9 years old, and he had a little bike, and he had a flat tire, and he went to the on the side where he lives that they had the Marine base.
Yeah.
So he goes up to the Marine, trying to ask them to help him fix his flat.
He can't speak English.
They deported. They thought he wanted sanctuary.
Yeah,
He
they
goes,
put him in a tube.
Send it back to Cuba.
yeah, I don't know how to do it though.
It's on YouTube. Just put a play.
Oh, okay. And
Holy shit, it's 9:30 already?
yeah, we
Yeah.
got to get out of here.
Yeah, what did Angel say? That's a long way to fix a tire.
A long way to go to fix a flat. Sorry.
Okay, so I can just play it from here. You have YouTube on your thing.
Well, no matter what we talked about tonight, everybody have a great, happy Thanksgiving with your family and friends. That's what it's about.
Yes,
right?
happy
Yes.
and healthy.
Be thankful.
And make sure you have plenty of manigot. Forget
And
about
rice
the
balls.
turkey.
And lots of bacon, because Carlo likes bacon.
Yeah,
Carlo
no,
puts
no
bacon on everything.
Yeah,
No,
bad.
I don't really like bacon that much.
Pringles.
I like it on a BLT.
Pringles.
I like it on a BLT.
I'm like my son Dante with the
I like a
sausages.
BBB.
She'll make like 20 sausages and I'll
My son's a sausage thief.
I'll
He'll
get like
take it right out of his plate.
yeah he did he went up he goes holly golly and then he'll take the fork and just he tries to distract me. The one time we were playing Rummy Cube, whatever the name of the
Rummy
game
Cub.
is, and he's like, "Come here, I want to give you a hug." He just wanted to come around the side to see my words so he could cheat.
Not words, numbers.
Numbers, words, yeah, well, that's whatever. But
Either way, he's a cheater.
He's a
Rummy.
cheater.
And he learned it by watching you, all right?
I learned it from you.
So before we get out of here, don't forget April 16th, go support Ripped and Frank Marino. You're going to like that show.
Oh, my goodness.
Guaranteed to please. ArtieHoffman.com. Angels and Answers every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And if
This
you want to know
Saturday.
where Paul is, he'll be at the EJ's.
EJ's this Saturday.
That's a
80 tickets sold already, so it's going to be sold out. So
that's a public show, right?
public show.
Okay.
I wouldn't be advertising otherwise.
And if
And
you
Steve's
wanna,
doing a show too. It's Saturday.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I'm actually
No,
supporting
he's
Tilted on
going to
Saturday.
Tilted.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Tilted is at the Brighton Bar in Long Branch
Right, right.
for their
CD
CD
release-
release party.
Yeah,
They wanted us there, but we were
Oh,
all
okay.
Full Speed Ahead, right? Is the name?
Yeah,
of it?
full
See the-
speed ahead. We're big Tilted
And
supporters.
if you want to book Paul, go to
Tornado.com.
comedytornado.com. And don't worry, he can't see you in your bedroom.
That's right.
And
All
then
right.
we'll be at, what do you call it? DR.
Yes, we'll be on hiatus.
Paul, are you performing this weekend?
I just said
Yeah.
Saturday. Well, you never listened to our own show.
No, I didn't hear. No, because
This Saturday, Seaside
EJ's
Heights.
and Seaside.
EJ's.
I didn't hear him say. I did not hear that.
Yeah, doors open 7.
Saturday.
It's a
He
buffet,
didn't say it,
buffet and
I
a show
said
for $20.
Really?
He didn't say it. I said it.
What time?
That's why
7
you
o'clock, the
didn't-
doors open. The show starts around 8ish. And there's going to be a folk guy sings like about 15 minutes,
Okay.
and then I go on after him.
You should go.
And then you go on for what? 3.5 hours?
Probably 3 hours. I'll probably do 2.5. 2.5.
Well,
right now.
Well, listen, now that you're awake, April 16th, I'm going to be at the
You're
Debonair.
just saying April. That one I knew all
Okay,
night
good.
long.
Well, Paul does
I'm
5.5
doing 2.5
hours.
hours. 2.5 hours. I'm doing my full show.
He does
How about
5.5 hours. Then they have intermission.
No
And then he
intermission.
does the other
I
half.
never take an intermission. I don't care how long. I did 5 hours once. I don't take intermissions.
And so we'll be at NDR and we'll be back.
New Year's Eve.
On the 18th.
So
we'll
we
be
won't
back.
be, we're not going to be in
We're,
this
Paul
Wednesday.
and Steve will be
Paul,
here the next
Steve,
couple weeks.
This Wednesday coming up, the next
think so,
show.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you guys will be in.
Okay,
We'll be away.
We'll do a call-in show.
Yeah, well, as far as I know, next week, Tattoo Tony's coming in from Broken
Okay.
Past.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we'll be carrying on.
We'll do it.
Carry on.
Oh, the words of the week. The words of the week. Fruition. Melee, which is a very nice one, and the unword, irregardless.
Here we go. Unword.
Irregardless is regardless.
Happy Thanksgiving
Happy
to all our
Happy
listeners.
Thanksgiving.
All the-
and to
all the soldiers.
all our servicemen and women around the world. We love you. We miss you, and we hope you come home soon. We'll see you all next week. This is the Animal House
Happy
Radio
Thanksgiving.
Show.
Thanksgiving,
Don't eat too
guys.
much. Woo-hoo.
Gobble, gobble.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe you stuck my...
Support your local cock.